To the show. Welcome to the show with the three amigos. Hochman, Crowder, and Solana on FM radio. Them boys be riding, so we riding and we ready to go. 100,000 watts full throttle, baby, ready to blow. We passing poker up to Jupiter, we got your attention. You can tune in anywhere, but listen at your discretion. To the legend, Mr. Hochman, can't stop him, each other deuce. My brother got his own hot burger at Tucker Deuce. Now my rush more of these sports, spitting the truth. It's Channing Crowder, greatest Dolphins, who rock up 52. Solana one best of Miami, the voice of FIU. We reppin' to Miami, the Heat and the Panthers too. We reppin' for the Marlins, the Dolphins, that's how we do. We reppin' for the Crips, so it's always about the you. Hey Jimmy, please get a Pell on the phone and tell him that it's home. I finally got his name on the song. Can't do it wrong, cause it sounds so sweet. You speak the fast while I keep the crowd on their feet. Football season be the reason that I be bringing this heat. Georgia music representing 104.3. Hey, show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
What day is today? Wednesday?
No idea.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome.
Marlins just keep winning. Hey, what's going on here? Marlins, there's something about this Marlins team. Talk about it today. We have a loaded potato for you today. Zach Gelb is going to join us. Josh Appel is going to join us. And Chris Whittingham is going to join us. So we have a big show. Did you watch any of the Marlins?
I watched on social media the highlights of the game. Obviously the end of the game as well, but no, I didn't get to watch the actual game.
Did you notice, Jimmy, at the end of the game last night when, who was it? Jacob Marcy that hit that single that drove in the winning run?
Yes.
I thought it was Owen Casey.
Me too.
Did you notice that I sent a maple leaf? Yeah.
Right.
And it wasn't the maple masher. I thought it was Owen Casey. It was Jacob Marcy. So not only did I send you guys a maple leaf, I sent one to Steven Strom as the Marlins broadcast is going on because he had come on with us yesterday and I was excited about the finish. And he had to be unbelievably confused as to why I was selling. But although I think, didn't Owen Casey have a big ding dong during that game?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think he had a home run, didn't he? Am I making that up? Regardless, if you were like me and celebrated with a maple leaf, you were mistaken. Today is the 16th anniversary of LeBron's decision. We talked about this yesterday. Crowder's going to join us, by the way. He's in New Jersey taping for The Pivot, but he will be with us during this afternoon program at some point, so we anxiously await him. I'm in the studio with Solana and Jimmy. So we mentioned yesterday, today is the 16th anniversary of the decision. I think I say this every year, but it's probably worth repeating because I think everybody thinks about it. And I was shocked yesterday when you said it was the 16th anniversary.
16.
It just doesn't seem like 16 years to me. But when I think back now, so my son was 6.
2010.
Crazy. But yeah, we were on. So I've told the story. I was on the Jersey Shore. I was on the boardwalk. In fact, I could tell this to Gelb when he joins us. But we were in Atlantic City. Normally we're on Ocean City or whatever. We're on Atlantic City boardwalk, which back in 2010 wasn't as bad as it is in 2026. 2026, you'd be taking your life in your hands if you're standing on the Atlantic City boardwalk. But we were going to play miniature golf, and that decision show on ESPN was scheduled. And so I said to Lori and David, we were with her parents and our nieces. I was like, you guys walk ahead. I'm going to dip into Rainforest Cafe here. There's a Rainforest Cafe right on the Atlantic City boardwalk. I'm going to go over to the bar where they have those awesome bar stools. It's like you're sitting on a zebra. And I'm going to watch. I thought it was going to be 2 minutes.
Right.
And so I go to the bar. What was the schedule? What was the show? 8 p.m. maybe?
Yeah, like at 9 o'clock or 8:30.
So I go there, and they don't have the sound on. They're not as interested in the decision as, those of us who were Heat fans or NBA fans, but they still had it on, on all the TVs at the bar there. And I'm watching, and I'm like, what is going on here? Because I can't hear anything. There's no sound. And I'm like, what's it? I don't even think Twitter existed back then, did it?
It was in its infancy.
Right? In 2010?
It definitely existed.
It
'cause
existed?
I created my account in 2009.
Okay. So it was like, I remember like the first time on the Lebtard show. What were you saying, Jimmy?
Twitter started in 06.
Oh, wow. 06. I remember the first time that we talked about Twitter on the air on the Lebtard show. Chris Mortensen, the late Chris Mortensen, tweeted, "I'm mowing my lawn." And I remember Dan and Stu Gatz and I talking about it like, is this necessary? Like what are we going to, like, who knew what Twitter was going to become? But it was like, what are we doing here? Why would we need to know that Chris Mortensen is mowing his lawn?
It was like a status update.
It was pretty much like that. It wasn't as vile and disgusting. It's not the hell. It wasn't the hellscape. It literally was like, hey, I'm having lunch. Yeah. I'm mowing the lawn.
That's what like a Facebook update was.
It was like a instantaneous Facebook status update.
I'd be checking
Mark Hochman which is what Facebook was.
Exactly.
Be like brushing his teeth, like something silly.
I used to check in to Outback Steakhouse.
Right.
On a random Thursday night on Facebook just because.
So I go into Rainforest Cafe and finally they, make the decision and you realize like, LeBron James headed to the Miami Heat. There's probably a little crawl at the bottom. And I remember like, I couldn't believe it. I was program director at 790 The Ticket. So I got on the phone with our imaging guy and, immediately had all these promos recorded for the next day on 790 The Ticket. We welcome LeBron James. We didn't have the rights to the Heat, I don't think, at that point.
You did not. You did not.
They were on 610 WIOD.
790 ends up getting the rights like a month into that season.
Right. The first couple preseason games were played on 610 WIOD.
Right. I thought it was on 940.
Was it 940?
Yeah,
I thought it was
940.
610. I feel like it was 610. Well, regardless. But we did all the imaging and we were ready to roll. And then I remember watching the party from the arena on ESPN News. They aired it live. I watched it on the Jersey Shore. Like I cannot believe it was 16 years ago.
Crazy.
Cannot believe it.
I remember that's one of those everybody remembers what they were doing.
Absolutely.
Where they watched it. I was at an LA Fitness in Kendall with my brother and his roommate at the time. Hawk, this dude is the biggest Chicago Bulls fan that you would ever meet in your entire life.
And there was some thought that he might go to Chicago.
He is adamant. He's going to Chicago. He's going to team up with Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, and they're going to get Carlos Boozer. Right. And this team, he was adamant. And we're at LA Fitness. Everybody in LA Fitness in Kendall, this is a massive gym. Everybody at 8:30 when that thing started, crowded around this one elliptical machine that had the TV that was working and that had ESPN.
So funny.
So you have dozens of people around one elliptical. And about 15 minutes in, we're like, what's going on here?
What's going on here?
Yeah, so we lived across the street. So the three of us decide, well, I didn't live there. My brother and his roommate lived there. Let's go back home and watch this on our TV. Like, what are we doing here? We drive home, sit down in front of the TV.
Still hasn't made the decision.
Still hasn't made the decision yet. Jim Gray is just, I don't know, was he filibustering?
Well, I think that they were told like by ESPN, like, hey, this has to be a 30-minute special or a 1-hour special, and you can't get to it right off the jump. And because I think, weren't they giving the ad sales to the Boys and Girls Club? Right. Like that's part of the $1 million or $2 million that was raised.
Right. Whatever it is, 30-minute or 1-hour TV special. We have spots to fill the spots because he made his announcement at 9:28 p.m. on the dot at 9:28 p.m.
Jim Gray, professional.
And this is how my brother's roommate reacted. By the way, I have the Facebook memories. I mean, you can imagine 15-year-old me.
I mean,
the things I was writing on Facebook were just ridiculous. But he cut up his LeBron James Cleveland Cavaliers 23 jersey. I'll show everybody. He cut it right in half with a kitchen knife. I'll never forget it. He is crashing out while my brother and I...
Because he thought he was coming to Chicago.
He thought he was going to Chicago, and he liked LeBron. Remember, this is LeBron James.
Everybody loved LeBron.
Everybody loved
this
LeBron.
Was the first time that there was ever any faction that didn't love LeBron.
And the idea was he's going to stay in Cleveland. Bulls fan thought his name was Renee. Like, I can picture him going, here it comes, Chicago, and then running upstairs, grabbing his LeBron jersey that he just thought was a cool jersey to have, tearing it in half while my brother and I are going nuts. Pots and pans. Like, we were ready.
We already thought we had a championship roster with Wade and Bosch. Man, what a day, what a night that was.
I posted on Facebook, I will be watching 41 All-Star games in Section 115 next season.
You weren't wrong. I mean, that's what we were watching, All-Star games.
Crazy, man.
Man, I cannot believe that was 16 years ago.
Might happen again.
I think today's the day. I do, just because it's the anniversary. We talked about this yesterday. But I again, my gut's telling me Cleveland. That it's just you wash away. I have a feeling today, and LeBron, again, I don't think he would ever acknowledge it. And really, how many bad days could he have? He's kind of got the world by the nuts. But I would say 16 years ago today is one of his darker memories. It shouldn't be, but I would probably assume like he doesn't love reliving, because he became a villain in an instant, and he had never ever been cast as a villain.
What does he regret more, though? The TV special in Akron to announce he was leaving Akron.
It was a huge misstep.
Saying, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. Or is it the spectacle that follows? LeBron, Wade, Bosch on a stage in front of thousands of Heat fans, like if they were the Beatles.
I don't think he regrets that as much as what he said, which was
Right.
the not one, not two. But I think he regrets making this huge public announcement in Akron that he's leaving the city.
Yeah.
What an unbelievable misstep, where he thinks they're going to say, God bless you, we're with you on your travels. And they're burning his jerseys in garbage cans all across the city. And Dan Gilbert's coming out with a full-page ad going, yeah, you'll never work in this town again, Wow, 16 years ago. All right, let's do headlines. A lot to get to today. Headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. In Miami at a Domino's game, you'll find your abuelito. And when you want a low price, you'll save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia.
When you think back to that moment, Dan Gilbert puts out that letter that Cleveland will win a title before the self-proclaimed king ever will.
Yeah.
I thought at that moment, his time in Cleveland forever was done.
Well, everyone did.
Unless
I'm sure
Dan
he
Gilbert,
did. I'm sure he did as well.
Unless Dan Gilbert sold that organization. Like when I remember reading that letter from Dan Gilbert, I remember saying, oh my God, he made the best decision in the world. He got out of a place where people don't appreciate him, starting with the owner himself, who took it upon himself to just bash him on the way out. Self-proclaimed king.
I would imagine, and obviously Dan Gilbert had no prior knowledge or he wouldn't have reacted that way, but I would imagine most people in the Cleveland organization figured, oh, it's at the Boys and Girls Club in Akron. He ain't leaving Cleveland there. That's why it was such a huge misstep. Like that, like he wouldn't have, 16 years later, he wouldn't do that.
It was a good idea to raise money for kids. It was a bad idea to do it when you were leaving.
You could raise money for kids in a million different ways. You don't have to make them miserable as you're raising the money for them.
Well, according to Shams Charania, this is basically being narrowed down to 3 teams. That's the way it feels. This was reported yesterday by Shams. The 76ers, or earlier today, excuse me. The 76ers, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and once again, LeBron James, not photoshopped, but in his former number 6 Miami Heat jersey, is everywhere.
It could happen. I wouldn't be like the most, I mean, I'd be shocked, but I wouldn't be unbelievably shocked, like as if he would go to the Orlando Magic. You know what I mean? Like if he announced, yeah, I want one more go round with the Heat, I would get it, man.
The Magic thing is so funny to me, Hawk. Do you remember, you might have been on vacation when you were in Vegas, so you might not have been on the air, but there was like a 48-hour window with the Giannis saga where everybody's talking about the Orlando Magic. Oh, Orlando's new coach has ties to Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's the real spot he's going to go to. And I laughed that off so quickly. Really, Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to leave Milwaukee, where he was the face of that city, to go win a ring and have a franchise build a contender around him. Yeah, I'm going to pick the Orlando Magic. Of all the teams he could have gone to, yeah, I'm going to pick the Orlando Magic, who blew a 3-1 series lead, have never won a title, and are coming off the season where their star player can't shoot and was in a public feud with their head coach at the time. That's the perfect situation for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm watching video right now on Hoop Central of the decision, and then just all these shots of like people crying in Cleveland, people burning his jerseys. Like, I mean, I'm guessing the moment he said, I'm taking my talents to South Beach, it probably hit him that this didn't play the way that I thought it was going to play.
But even he hesitates this fall. Man, this is tough. Like, he almost couldn't believe.
Like, wait a second, where am I doing this? Like, what? This may not have been my best idea.
Man, this is tough. As he looks around to all the kids.
Yeah.
I'm out. Later.
Yeah. Deuces.
That's like announcing a divorce when the kids get home from school.
Well, and assembling them all. And by the way,
Right.
invite your friends over too.
Uh-huh.
We're going to have pizza. And you're like, oh, fantastic.
Great.
You're all here. This is great. I'm leaving your lives. Yeah. I have gotten a lot of pizza though.
Right.
And some crazy bread.
Mm-hmm.
And some apple pie pizza, the little dessert pizza. And I'm gonna be gone now, though. I'm not coming back. I'm leaving Mom, and I know you've known me your entire life. But kids, eat up, and I will see you when I see you. I have a big party to get to.
Appreciate you coming out. Appreciate you all being here, but deuces. I am gone. I am gone. How about this? A couple facts about that season prior to him announcing the decision. So they end up losing in the conference finals to the Boston Celtics. The Cavs that year, Hawk, were the number 1 seed in the NBA, defeated by the Celtics in Game 6. LeBron is coming off his second consecutive MVP award.
He doesn't leave, right? If they win the championship.
He does not leave.
Yeah.
He does not leave. He might not leave if he got to the finals. That would have been a LeBron James, Kobe Bryant finals because the Celtics end up winning that year.
Was it in Akron or New York? People are saying that the TV studio was in New York.
Oh, I thought it was
in Akron.
Yeah,
Wasn't it
I thought
at
it
an
was in
Akron
Akron.
Boys and Girls Club?
I thought so.
Let me see. Where was LeBron's decision film?
Oh, yeah. Greenwich, Connecticut.
Oh,
Boys
Greenwich.
and Girls Club in Greenwich, Connecticut.
That's Greenwich.
Well, how's it spelled, Hawk? I know how to spell green, and I know what witch is. That's
All right.
Greenwich.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Why is it Greenwich? Why is the W silent?
I don't know, but I'm sure you've heard of Greenwich, Connecticut before.
I'm not so certain, man.
And I question whether you've ever heard of Greenwich, Connecticut.
So that's the latest on the LeBron front. Just this Shams report that it's the 76ers, the Cavaliers, and the Miami Heat seem to be the front runners in the race. And then, people are weighing in on backlash once again. If LeBron would perhaps be a bit afraid of some backlash on a certain team that he would go to. I think, the Miami Heat fall into that category. If he's just worried about any backlash, you mentioned it though. He's got the world by the balls. Does it really matter anymore at this point? But I don't know if that factors into his decision. If I choose Miami again to go play with Giannis, does that once again negatively impact the way people view me around the league?
I don't think so. I don't think he has any fears whatsoever of people thinking, oh, your legacy is ruined. We know who LeBron James is. He is the second best basketball player to ever play the game right after Michael Jordan. There's nothing that he can do to lessen that.
Is that the biggest sports moment, but off the court sports moment of the 21st century? Like when we talk about where were you when this happened, because we could mention like titles. Barry Bonds, this popped up yesterday on my Twitter feed. Barry Bonds breaking Hank Aaron's all-time record. Like I remember sitting down in front of my TV.
Right, but records get broken. There's nothing
Yeah.
out of the ordinary of records getting broken. Now, some records hold on longer and it becomes more extraordinary that a record gets broken. This had never happened before. Something like this had never happened before and really has never happened since.
It's a bit more prevalent, people leaving free agency, but like
Not
that
in this fashion.
Prime of your career.
In the only city you've ever played in.
That you're from.
And doing it on live television where there are no leaks. No one knew.
Crazy.
Chris Broussard knew. Who knew? There was a wacky writer. Chris Sheridan knew.
Was it Chris Sheridan?
There was a guy named Chris Sheridan. He's had a lot of issues, but Chris Sheridan.
Yeah, he used to write for CBS. I remember Sheridan.
I think it was
Hoops.
SI. Yeah,
was it
Sheridan
SI?
Hoops. Yeah.
Sheridan Hoops.
Yep.
The Chris Broussard cut that's really funny
it's
is
the percentages, right? Didn't he do percentages?
Well, in 2014, LeBron just kind of announced via SI, I'm coming home. And there's this clip live on SportsCenter. Chris Broussard still working for ESPN. They're live on SportsCenter, and they come back from commercial break. LeBron James going back to Cleveland, and I forget who the anchor was. He's like, well, we have breaking news. LeBron James is going back to Cleveland, and Chris Broussard goes, checks his phone. You can see, he checks his phone. He's like, wait, yeah, it's confirmed. Like, oh, okay. It was so awkward. Everybody's like, yeah. And he put out, he's like, he looked at his phone. He's like, wait. And he texts, and he's like, yeah, it's confirmed. He's going, and he's showing everybody his phone, and they're like, yeah, he posted the article.
Right. That's funny.
The Marlins tonight, they're back at it 6:40 p.m. They're in a wild card position. It's another exciting finish for the Fish, as Hawk mentioned. 6:40 p.m. You can listen to the game right here on FM 104.3 WQAM. No World Cup tonight.
I know. I miss it.
What do we do?
Watching a little Wimbledon.
Yeah. That's Coco Gauff and Jessica Pegula.
A couple of Americans.
This is old, by the way. Coco Gauff into the semifinals. She beat Jessica Pegula the other day.
Probably 8:30 at night there, right?
Yeah. Novak Djokovic.
Put on something live, Jimmy.
Novak Djokovic, though. I don't know if you watched. 5-setter yesterday against Auger Aliassime, who's the third-ranked player in the world. Goes 5 sets. He's 38, 39 years old, and he's going back to the semis at Wimbledon. Like, just
Amazing.
He's going to play Yannick Sinner. Just stupid stuff, man. Dude's stupid. When you want to hear my take on why Novak should be considered a top 5 athlete of all time, I've got that in the article. You just let me know, Hawk.
All right, I'll keep it in the hopper.
Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 92 degrees. Not as rainy today, but hot. Tonight, the lows are going to be in the upper 70s. That weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate.
Zach Gelb. Everyone loves Zach Gelb. He's going to join us in the next segment. You know, I'm a huge believer in Atlantic Men's Clinic. You know, I was getting older. I wasn't feeling like myself. I'm 56 years old. I was getting tired more easily. I just did 2 weeks in Europe. And I say, the testosterone, you really notice Atlantic Men's Clinic when you travel, because you're just not, when you travel, you get older, you're just wiped all day or the next day after you do a lot of walking. Not when you're doing the testosterone. It's why I started getting testosterone at Atlantic Men's Clinic, not for travel, just because I was getting older. Guys, low testosterone, this is something men younger and younger are experiencing. So maybe your game isn't quite what it used to be. Less energy and less drive. You don't feel like yourself. So you want to be stronger in the gym during your workouts. You want to feel more driven at work and better in the bedroom. At Atlantic Men's Clinic, their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds and have more energy and improve your sleep and increase your sex drive, so much more. And it helps you get back to feeling your best. Atlantic Men's Clinic, they really are the experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. So if you're like the many men who are low T, within just a few weeks of getting treated, you're going to feel your energy return and the brain fog dissipate and your sleep improve, and your workouts improve, and your sex drive will be significantly enhanced as well. Most men, they'll wait a year or longer after hearing me talk about it. You don't need to wait. Don't ignore the signs. Call today. Take that first step towards feeling better again. They do have 7 locations in South Florida, so it's convenient from everywhere. Call them today, 877-455-7300, 877-455-7300, or you can visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
Is there any possibility that Billy the Marlin is a bird?
Yeah. Soccer tournament is here, although there's no matches today. But we are giving away a soccer swag bundle valued at around $300 from Sinbad Sports in the Coral Ridge Mall in Fort Lauderdale. And for your chance to win, text the word, which is really a name, Messi, to 20357. If you text the word Messi, you're going to be spelling it wrong because the word Messi is Messy.
Right.
You want to text the name Messi, Messi. Text that to 20357. If you want more info, you can go to WQAM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Do not text and drive, but you can win the soccer swag bundle from our friend Sinbad at Sinbad Sports in the Coral Ridge Mall just by texting Messi, Messi. Messi to 20357. Zach Gelb is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. He hosts the Zach Gelb Show on 365 Sports. He's the studio host for NFL and college basketball on Compass Media Networks. You hear him hosting shows on a bunch of Odyssey stations, including right here on WQAM, WFAN in New York, EEI in Boston. You should follow him on social media at Zach Gelb, ZACHGELB. And I have to begin. I said this when I got back on the air Monday from my 2-week vacation. I watched some of the segments that you did where you filled in for me a number of times over the shows that I missed. But even on the text line right now, people are talking about how great you did on the air. I have heard nothing but universal praise. I gave you universal praise. You are a fantastic radio host, and you are a pleasure to have as a fill-in host when I'm not here.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm sure there was also a lot of texts that were like, F this guy, get him off.
That was from Solana. That was Solana just texting me on my phone.
Right. Because when you said universal praise, Hawk, are you forgetting our conversation?
Yeah, I was discounting you.
Now, I will say, because I listened to your open all those years ago when the decision was happened, you were on vacation in Atlantic City. You were also away. Giannis gets traded to the Heat. I think you should go on a hunger strike or at least a vacation until LeBron comes back to Miami. And I could use the money if I'm being honest.
I mean, honestly, I go away and crazy things happen. And it's like, and Gelb had texted me. I was on the airplane flying to Zurich. And when it was known that he was coming to Miami, Gelb texted and he's like, hey, you want to come on the show tomorrow from Switzerland?
Right.
Like, what'd you say? You're big when you're a guest on your own show when you're on vacation. And I said, yeah, I'll talk to you on July
Quickest
6th.
no I ever got in my life. I've been at bars trying to hit on chicks and I've got longer nose than that one before. The quickest no I've ever got was Hawk. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks. No chance of my coming on the air.
Had Burger King announced those new long chicken sandwiches, then I would have carved time out of my vacation.
Which, by the way, let me not bury the lead. Screw Giannis, screw LeBron, screw Brady Kachuk. I had my first ever pub sub over the weekend.
Yeah, I saw this. So you were in where? North Carolina?
Yeah, Oak Island, North Carolina.
And you had a pub sub. People down here, we love our pub subs, and everybody raves about the chicken tender subs. And you ended up having one. So now here's my only caveat. Is a pub sub in North Carolina as good as a pub sub in South Florida?
It is.
It is?
Yeah, I can attest to it. I've been to Publix's in North Carolina. I went to a Publix in Georgia, and I dabbled in a little pub sub action just to compare, kind of test the waters, and it hits just the same.
All right. There's a person on the chat. Gelb was terrible.
Yeah. Another dope. Okay.
So give us
you
the
watch.
review.
I don't do radio. No good things happen in Miami. I got you, Brady Kachuk and Giannis Antetokounmpo. You say thank you, sir. May I have another? You a-hole. Now back to the pub sub. I took the Solana special, but I made one change to it. So Solana said, get the chicken tender hoagie, which chicken tenders, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, provolone, and hot sauce. Good job on the hot sauce because my girlfriend the day prior got a pub sub. I thought it was a little bit dry. I added blue cheese crumbles.
Wow.
Very good. I still like a traditional make it home like beach sandwich just for the beach, but I ate it on the beach. Very tasty. I give it like a 7.8, 7.9 out of 10.
7.8.
How does it? I mean, if you go by the Portnoy scale, that's a good rating.
I think that's fair. Like
Yeah.
maybe the highest I go is an 8.2.
What would you give the White House in Atlantic City?
Oh, now different kind of sandwich. I would say that's like an 8.5, 8.6.
Dino's and Margate.
I like White House better than Dino's, but it's in the same ballpark. I'll go Dino's 8.2, 8.3.
Yeah. Have you run into Jalen Brunson in Margate this summer?
I did not. It was we were a weekend off. The weekend after was he heard Gelb wasn't in town, so he'll come down and do his big Brunson bash. But Rick Brunson was there. Jalen Brunson was there. They had the Larry O'Brien Trophy. That's what happens, Solana, when you win an NBA championship. If you forget.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And
actually, when you win 3, you don't even throw a bash
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
When you win 1, I get it. You do the world tour.
You just throw after you win one, or you're trying to win some. You just throw a big event, and you promise all these Larry O'Brien trophies, and then really under deliver. You know.
So where were you for LeBron's decision 16 years ago? Do you recall? Because you heard my story, but I was on the Atlantic City boardwalk, which I would never be on with my my young kids nowadays, but on the Atlantic City boardwalk, watching it at Rainforest Cafe.
So interesting connection here, and I kind of told this a little bit to Solana when you were out, but I'll add more to the story. So my dad went to the same sleepaway camp as Leon Rose. I went to the same sleepaway camp as his kids, Pine Forest Camp. And LeBron's agent at the time was Leon Rose. So I'm at that sleepaway camp going into 11th grade. And the 11th graders, they take like college tours and stuff like that. You know, they get you out of the camp a little bit. So we're in Washington, D.C. We're out for lunch at an Applebee's. Then we go to a movie. And then coming out of the movie, everyone's like, we got to watch The Decision. Well, the group leader is obviously over 21. All of us kids aren't. We go back to that same Applebee's to try to watch The Decision. They go, you need IDs. You need to be over 21 at night to go into this Applebee's. The group leader goes, kids, fend for yourself. He goes in, watches The Decision, and we're all outside the Applebee's looking to see where LeBron James was going. Now, the extra part of the story that I'll add is, the guy that ran the boys' side of camp was a massive Cleveland Cavaliers fan, and Leon's wife, Donna, worked at the sleepaway camp for a bunch of years. So when we got back from the trip, Leon sent this guy, Dan, who's no longer alive, unfortunately passed away, who's a massive LeBron fan, massive Cleveland Cavaliers fan, a signed LeBron James jersey from the Cavs to try to cheer him up that he lost the guy that was going to save his basketball.
You remember what movie you saw that night?
I do not.
That's interesting to me. That's the stuff that interests me. That's the stuff that, that's the kind of thing that would make me break off my vacation to carve out a little time for the radio show. Let's say the Heat don't add anyone of note. They don't add DeMar DeRozan. Bradley Beal's been talked about.
Your guy.
It's not that I dislike Bradley Beal. I dislike that we have had a conversation for almost a decade about him coming to the Miami Heat. I'm bored with that conversation. I just want to move on. I'm tired of it. It's just nonstop every offseason. Well, they could get Bradley Beal. I feel like we're going to have that conversation in 2036. Like, enough already with
kind
Bradley
of Damian Lillard like.
But Damian Lillard was like a one-year conversation. This Bradley Beal conversation has been non-stop. It's never ending. But let's say they don't get him. They don't get DeMar DeRozan. This is their roster, right? It's Giannis, Bam, Andrew Wiggins, Portis, Tim Hardaway Jr., Jovic, Davion Mitchell,
Pella Larson.
They are what in the Eastern Conference?
I would say top 5 seed in the Eastern Conference, where maybe they could get as high as like 2 or 3. Like Giannis and Bam are phenomenal. I like the signing of Tim Hardaway Jr., even though his dad was a liar to us on the radio. Wiggins bringing him back was smart, but like that was the point I said to Solana, and Solana obviously agreed. It's a rare time that we were both in the same team on this one. LeBron could go to the Sixers. He could go to the Cavs. And I get the nostalgia of why you want to go to the Cavs, and it'd be fun to see him wrap his career up there. The team that needs him the most are the Miami Heat. And there's an immediate need for him to kind of handle the ball and be the star in that backcourt, because down low they're going to be fine with Bam and Giannis. But the LeBron stuff with Miami is interesting. Because at first I thought it was like 30%. Then I put it down to 18. Now it seems like Golden State is out. I'm not going to count out the Sixers, but it does feel, at least from what I saw from Windhorst this morning, that it's either going to be Cleveland or Miami. The fact that a lot of these moves were made of guys that were rumored, like Middleton dealt the other day. You have Anthony Simons signing in Philly. I'll be curious to see how the Heat fill out their roster if they don't get LeBron James.
Yeah, it's funny. Like Chris Middleton, everybody was just assuming, oh, you'll get him for nothing.
Because he wants to play with Giannis and Bam.
And he signs a 3-year extension in Washington, of all places. Gelb, this is something Hawk and I talked about at the start of the show. And I just wonder, the first time LeBron comes to Miami with the decision, the backlash is like unbelievable at the time. And I realize a lot went into it. His comments about not 1, not 2, not 3. The decision in general was just a bad look. But if LeBron chooses Miami again this time over Cleveland, because it does feel like those are the two teams, would there be a similar backlash? Would there be any backlash at all from the NBA community at large?
I think if he goes to Cleveland, everyone would understand it. If he goes to Miami, it's weird to say that it's not a super team, but I think LeBron in his 40s now, it's viewed differently. Bam, even though we respect him in Miami.
Wait a second, though. Wait a second. You put LeBron, even in his 40s, with Bam and Giannis. They're the favorites in the East, no?
I can't say they're without a doubt the favorites in the Eastern Conference, no.
I think they would be. Like, in terms of odds?
Absolutely.
Why not the Knicks?
Favorite in the East.
I just think that Giannis, Bam, and LeBron and Andrew Wiggins, like you add in the little ancillary pieces that they have, I don't see how they don't win the East.
I think they'd be top 3. I think Philly's going to still get a lot of love after the Jaylen Brown deal, assuming they don't trade Joel Embiid. Celtics are going to take a step back, but that's a team that's still going to win 50-something plus games. Like, hey, they'll be a top 3 team in the East. I can't say they should be without a doubt, though, the favorites. And this is what I'm saying, just the view nationally, is that, like, LeBron is obviously older at the end of his career. Giannis is a superstar. Bam has gotten more respect. We all know how good Bam Adebayo is, but I still don't think nationally the respect is fully there with Bam, that people would be saying, oh, that's a super team. And if he goes to Miami, I think it's fine. If he goes to Cleveland, I think he's fine. The only blowback I think he could get is if he goes to Philly, because that one kind of came out of nowhere, and then maybe people would think that is more ring chasing. But I really don't care, in terms of being mad about it, like, hey, where I would be saying F LeBron. Any of these destinations really don't rub me the wrong way.
I would say even if he does go to Philly, like the notion of him ring chasing is like, who cares at this point? He's proven himself. Like, it's not like I believe we'll always have the discussion about Kevin Durant with the only 2 rings coming with an established championship team. We'll never have those conversations about LeBron because he did it.
And not only did he do it, but he went back to Cleveland and won. Like, if LeBron
and did it with a team that probably shouldn't have won. Yeah.
Like, if LeBron didn't go back to Cleveland and win that ring, I think the LeBron conversation is different. But since he did that and then went to LA and people thought that wasn't ring chasing, it was just like setting himself up for life after basketball, and he won a ring there. I think we're all kind of past that conversation. But he has us all by the cojones right now as we wait to see where he's going to go. And it doesn't matter how old he is. And I know people say he's not the best player anymore in the sport. He is still, outside of Wembanyama, the biggest star and the guy that still is the straw that stirs the drink, because everyone's waiting to see what's going to happen with LeBron.
I'd argue he's still the biggest star in the NBA, even more so than Wemby. I understand talent-wise,
international
Wemby right now. Yeah, but
LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron's the biggest star in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, look at what he's doing in the league right now.
I think if Michael Jordan came back this season, he's the biggest star in the NBA.
Hawk finally saying MJ's number 2 and LeBron's number 1. Breaking news.
Oh no, I said MJ's number 1 in the league. MJ is always going to be.
I don't know. I think that was a slip up there by you, Hawk.
MJ 1, Buzelis 2, LeBron 3.
Who would you rather have right now for this Heat team, LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan. Everybody with me?
I'm with you.
Knock on wood if you're with me.
All right. Follow Zach Gelb on social media, ZACHGELB. We love you, Gelby.
You got it. Thanks, guys. Be well.
There goes Zach Gelb. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Hochman, Crowder, and Solana.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
Anybody want Carol Snooka's number? I'm ready. I'm ready. I have never been more ready. That is Georgie. Does our top of the hour theme songs when we can get to them. You can follow him on social media, Georgie Music, JORGMUZIK. Speaking of music, I was looking at the show sheet. Beck is 56 years old today.
That's your boy.
I don't like Beck.
Yeah, but anytime Beck can be brought up on the show, you always seem to dive into Beck.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Loser is a terrible song. And everyone loves that song. It's just I don't get the appeal to it, but I do get shocked sometimes when I see the age. Like Beck to me, it's why I didn't think like when you said yesterday, oh, the LeBron decision, it's 16 years old. You know, as you get older, everything seems to have happened just I see Crowder is signing in from a closet.
Hey.
What happened to you?
I love you guys.
What happened to your life? You are in a literal closet. There are t-shirts hanging on hangers behind you.
Is that an Elvis Presley
Yeah.
picture frame behind you?
Yeah, I'm in NFL films.
Everybody thinks that you live the life of, but everybody thinks, and this is what I think is funny. Like people listen to radio and they go, oh, that's like, how great is that? There are times, no joke, where I'll finish a segment and the segment is like universally beloved and there's text, oh my God, Hawk, you're so amazing. This is so funny or whatever. And then we go to commercial break and I have to go clean up cat throw up in the hallway. And I have to do it within 5 minutes to get back for the next segment. And I think people think like it's so glamorous. And, you're out there. I don't know who you're interviewing for the pivot, but I'm sure it's a big name guest. That's generally who you guys get. But now you're going to sit down and do radio from when I say a closet, he's in an actual closet.
Yeah. I say, I got to do radio. Oh, we heard here. Come here. There's no windows in here, man. I'm a window guy. I like windows. But yeah, I'm in a closet.
Yeah, you definitely are. There's no way around it. Anyway, Beck is
glamorous.
Beck is 56 years old today. Who is Virgil van Dijk?
You're joking, right?
No.
He is the captain of Liverpool. He played for Netherlands as well as the captain of Netherlands.
The Beatles? He was in the Beatles?
Yep. He's the sixth member of the Beatles.
All right.
Solana then got real happy with the soccer stuff.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Virgil van Dijk.
I've honestly never heard of him.
He's a Dutch soccer player. He's arguably one of the biggest athlete stars in the world.
No. Stop it.
No.
Virgil van Dijk.
Virgil van Dijk is infinitely more popular than like 99% of the athletes in the United States.
No.
Globally.
I'm going to say, without knowing who he is, and this is going to infuriate you, I'm going to say Virgil van Dijk is not one of the most popular, not one of the top 50 most popular athletes in the world.
No.
So,
guaranteed.
Captain of Liverpool has won a Champions League, won the Premier League as the captain of Liverpool, one of the biggest clubs in the world, and is the Dutch captain who just played in the World Cup. You don't think he's a top 50 athlete in the world in terms of popularity?
Correct.
Okay. Virgil.
Mr. 305. Dale.
Bless. Dale.
Dale.
I may have to take it back because I just got a text from my son. VVD is in my top 5.
This dude has aura. He's the captain of Liverpool, bro. Like, what are we doing?
How many times are you going to say that?
If DJ's saying he's in his top 5, then I have to reassess what I didn't even think he was the most popular. Virgil.
You know another Virgil?
The wrestler. There was a wrestling manager. Or who is that?
Yeah,
Jimmy?
with the $1 Million Man.
Yeah, Virgil. Was the guy's name was Virgil, right?
Yeah, Virgil.
Yeah.
And then the 40-year-old Virgil. That's good stuff. That's quality comedy, everybody.
Good, yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy, for the 305 alarm.
You're welcome.
305, sponsored by Miami Lakes Chevrolet, where you walk in as a customer and drive out as family.
Hey, man, I did the ALS challenge.
Oh, you did? Who challenged you?
I don't know, but as the pivot,
You
we
just
did it.
just did it on your own.
Yeah, they told me I got to let somebody pour this damn water over my head.
Yeah.
This was ridiculous. That's why I was late. I was doing the ALS challenge for Chris Johnson.
I'll tell you what, that Chris Johnson story is so sad, man. It is like there's a girl I follow on Instagram who got diagnosed with ALS maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I've watched her decline, and she, understandably, you post on social media because it feels like you're not going through it alone. But you've watched her decline, and it is such a heartbreaking disease. And you're sitting there, you're watching that interview that Chris Johnson did with Michael Strahan, and it's like, it's hard to wrap your head around him just sitting there and being unable to speak. Like, just a brutal disease.
And I agree with you 100%. But to see one of the best athletes I ever played against not be able to speak because of his nervous system and all that stuff. But when he said to Michael Strahan, my mind is still like, I'm still myself, I just can't control my body. That is like, that's a crazy thing to be able to.
It's one of the most nightmare diseases because you are literally captive. Your healthy mind, you are captive in a failing body. It is just brutal.
Your body gave up on you, and this man ran a 4.2.
Yeah,
and set NFL records.
I mean, just one of the best athletes that you'd seen.
That's man. That interview got to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Was rough. Yeah. And Kevin Bacon is 68, and
KB
Wolfgang Puck is 77.
Kevin Bacon in Apollo 13. That's one of your favorite movies.
Kevin Bacon in Wild Things is also one of my favorite movies.
Kevin Bacon in Blank Man or Invisible Man.
Oh, I know what was it the Invisible Man? Was it? I know what you're.
Hollow Man.
Hollow Man. Definitely not Blank Man. Kevin Bacon has an unbelievable discography.
Discography?
Yeah, DVD discs.
I'll tell you, we've talked about this before. I do not think Kevin Bacon's a great actor.
A great actor? No, I don't think he's a great actor.
Why? What keeps him from being great?
He's just okay. He's okay.
But he's got range. Like, he can be in serious stuff. He can be a lead character. He can be the protagonist.
No, he's a very good actor. Very good actor.
I'm
having a tough time getting to great.
Yeah. It's like Keanu Reeves is not a great actor.
No. No, he's not a great actor. Are you joking?
Shane Falco?
Are you kidding?
Shane Falco.
In other words,
Lana.
When I do great actor stuff, think of the Denzel performance in Training Day.
Great.
Right? Like, where the performance, you go, think of Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Great.
Like, where you look at the performance and you go, I can't believe how good this actor is at this particular performance. Name me that performance for Kevin Bacon.
Footloose.
He was good, by the way, in Footloose.
Phenomenal.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Keanu Reeves, no joke. All the Matrix movies.
But
he's Keanu Reeves.
The star of the Matrix movies is technology and the theory of it. It's not his acting.
I've never seen him.
I've only seen the first one and I didn't get it.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Is that the one with the blue pill, the black pill?
They have a black pill because it would have went way different. It was blue and red.
They dodge bullets and they do like the limbo to dodge the bullets.
Yeah.
But
I don't
even
know.
the John Wick stuff, it's not that impressive.
Right. It's just roles. Like, and I'm not saying he's bad, but you don't ever watch
Speed.
Yeah, but in other words, you watch Speed. Wasn't the star of the movie the fact that the bus couldn't stop?
Right, but what are we doing there, Huck? You're
No, because certain movies, Training Day is just a cop film. The performance by Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke in it, by the way. Ethan Hawke is excellent in it. But the performance to this day, if you think about great acting performances, Training Day for me, like jumps to the top of the list because
Yes.
I can't imagine anyone else playing the role the way that he did.
You know, my movie, Pulp Fiction, was based around Samuel L. Jackson and Travolta. And it was a camera following them around. Speed is not like that. It's the bus that won't stop.
Point Break.
He was very good in Point Break. I will give you that.
No, he was a deep.
Gary Busey was excellent as his partner, and Patrick Swayze, the late Patrick Swayze, was excellent as well. Great movie. But no, they were not acting performances that you talk about.
I just love The Replacements. When he's Shane Falco, to me, that's
a great movie.
That's
top of the line acting.
Mount Rushmore of sports movies of all time.
I Will Survive.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Which seen The Replacements with the kid
I've
that smoke?
I've never seen The Replacements.
That rips grits before he kicks the field goal.
I love that dude, man.
I've never seen that movie.
Well, add that to your list. I mean, you're a sports host.
Yeah.
Like you gotta watch that.
Yeah, but I've never seen Blue Chips. I've never seen
crazy.
Hoosiers.
That's
I've
crazy.
never seen what's the one with
Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers. But I've never seen what's the one with like Jamie Foxx and Al Pacino.
Oh, Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday. I've never seen that.
You haven't seen Any Given Sunday?
I have not.
Can you stop watching The Office with commercials and watch an effing sports movie,
watch
please?
some
Just
good
one
stuff. You got to watch Blue Chips with Anthony Hardaway and Shaq.
I will
That's
watch
a great movie.
The Replacements and Blue Chips when you watch every movie in the Rocky series.
Not doing it. Let's move on.
All right, let's do headlines because Josh Appel is going to join us. I want to have enough time with him. He's a huge Marlins fan. I want to talk to him about the Fightin' Fish. Headlines brought to you by Durrell Kia in Miami. At a Domino's game, you'll always find your Abuelito. And when you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Durrell Kia.
The Marlins, they've won 50 games. It's only the fourth time that they've done it in franchise history prior to the All-Star break. Walk-off yesterday at home. And this is cool. I saw Kyle Seeloff tweet this, that tickets throughout this entire Mariners series, so there's still 2 more games left in the series, you can get them for as low as $5, and the proceeds are going to help, or part of the proceeds, I would imagine, are going to help the victims in Venezuela right now that are going through it.
You were talking earlier because there's no World Cup tonight. You're like, what are we going to do tonight? Watch the Marlins tonight.
Yeah.
Go to the Marlins if you can. They've earned fan support.
I'm in Philly.
You see, by the way, that the Hard Rock Bet app has added roulette.
Don't do that to me.
Well, the reason I told you is because you're in Philly, because you can't play in Pennsylvania.
I will be back at 9:47 tonight.
I saw Andy Slater tweet it out as I was driving to Miami today, and I considered pulling over on the shoulder to play roulette. And then I said to myself, oh, why the hell do I have to pull over? I'll just play while I drive. I'm on Twitter while I'm driving on 95. I might as well play roulette.
Oh, throw something on 11 for me, brother.
Man.
Of all the things happening on 95, that's probably one of the safer things. Yeah, because I remember one time you were up in the shore and you found out one of those
the actual casinos, because you know gambling is so legal up in New Jersey because of Atlantic City. I was able to play roulette with a live dealer. You know, the Hard Rock Bet app, let you in on the secret that you cannot have digital table games. They have slots on the app and they have roulette now. It's based on past auto racing results. So you are not really playing roulette where a ball is going around. You are playing a random number generator that is based off race results.
Car racing?
Yep. Which it's, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a loophole, if you will. But even if you go like to the
11
roulette game, if you go to the roulette game, you can click on see the race. Like you can see what you've actually like, but everything's assigned a number. When you're playing it, you would never know. But up in Jersey, I was playing roulette with a live dealer who was spinning the ball. You know what I mean? Like there were cameras. It was a studio. It wasn't at the casino. It was just, imagine like the radio studio with 12 different studios here. Imagine a big facility that has 20 live roulette games going on, 20 live blackjack games going on, and just on video for apps. And the casinos license it out. And I was sitting there at coffee shops, eating an avocado toast, playing live roulette. And I'm getting aroused just thinking about it.
I'm getting aroused.
And I don't know if it's the roulette or the avocado toast that's doing it.
Hey. Would you guys like a little Miami Dolphins note?
Sure.
We've been so LeBron and Giannis and Marlins focused, World Cup focused. You mentioned it the other day that we were just a couple weeks out from the Hall of Fame game.
1 month from yesterday.
Well, the Miami Dolphins have released their training camp dates for fans to go out there. August 2nd.
Wow.
Back together weekend.
That's less than a month away.
Less than a month away for Dolphins training camp. I saw Joe Rose talking today. There was a video that was posted on our social media. Can the Dolphins win 10 games?
No.
What?
Hell no. Listen, I
games?
heard.
In how many years?
It was Omar Kelly that said they have a 10-win roster or something
What?
like that. It's crazy. I don't know what they're talking about, Hawk.
I mean, I'm optimistic guy always. There's no way. There's just no way.
They say that Malik Willis throws for 2,500, runs for 600.
It's not impossible.
10 wins?
I'm not going to
Jesus
argue
Christ.
that they can do it. I'm just saying it's not impossible. I think back to the Commanders a couple seasons ago. They had a rookie quarterback coming in that now we think of him as like a potential all-star, a Pro Bowler in this league, but nobody really thought anything coming out of the draft in terms of immediate impact. And the Commanders were picked to finish last in their division that year and just be an afterthought. And they were in the NFC title game. So
Yeah,
I'm not suggesting the
but
Dolphins
Solana,
are going to be in the AFC title game. I'm not suggesting they're going to be a playoff team or win 10 games. I'm just saying weird things happen in the NFL. It's more random than it is in any other sport. And it's not impossible for the Miami Dolphins this year to compete.
Solana, they weren't $150 million in dead money.
I mean, they're trying to compete on an unlevel playing field. Like when you're you ever watch those shows on like HGTV and it's like, hey, you have $50,000 to renovate this room. Well, imagine one team gets $50,000 to renovate the room and you get $40.
Right. But now give that team with $40 Devon Achan.
I love Devon Achan. There's only so much I can do with that $40 in Devon Achan.
They gonna work the hell out of that young man.
I don't think they'll be as bad as everybody's saying they will be. 3 wins, 4 wins. I think they'll hit 5 or 6, 7 wins this upcoming season. I really do.
I don't see how.
I see 5. I see 5 and 12.
They're markedly worse than last season. Markedly worse.
We said the exact same thing going into 2019, was it? 2018, 2019, Flo's first year. The Dolphins are accused of harming their players by putting out a non-competitive roster. You have somebody on ESPN, I forget who it was, suggesting that players should sue the Miami Dolphins because of it, and that the NFL should come down on the Dolphins for tanking, and they rattle off 5 wins in a season nobody thought that they could. So, I'm
5.
5.
Yeah.
Your monologue ended in 5 and 12.
Right.
I was rolling, though.
Yeah. It seemed like all of a sudden they had 11 wins and were a playoff team.
Marlins tonight, by the way, is at 6:40 p.m. versus the Mariners. Nothing really doing on the LeBron front other than the report I read to you in the last hour. Crowder, Philly, Miami, Cleveland are the three teams that Shams Charania is saying feel like the leaders in the clubhouse right now. You're up in Philly. I don't know if anybody is feeling the LeBron hype up there.
He's not in Philly.
I flew into Philly, and then I drove out to Mount Laurel, Jersey.
But he said it at the NFL studios. That's in Jersey.
He's in Mount Laurel, Jersey, but it's right on the border. So I flew into Philly, and then, so when I go back to the airport, I'll be back in Philly.
How close are you to Greenwich, Connecticut? Never mind. All right, guys. Your weather in South Florida right now.
Greenwich.
It's 90 degrees. It's hot. It's humid. It's sticky outside. Tonight, the lows will be in the upper 70s. That weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe. When the storms roll in, visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate.
Jimmy, had you heard of Virgil van Dijk?
No.
You had not heard of him, and he watches more sports than anyone.
Hawk. Jimmy doesn't watch soccer. I do watch soccer.
Disagree with that.
Yeah, Jimmy. Unfortunately, I hate to break it to everybody because Jimmy likes to pretend and portray.
I am not pretending.
As this big soccer fan, but Jimmy does not.
You
watch
think
soccer.
Josh Appel will know Virgil van Dijk?
1,000,000,000%.
You think Chris Whittingham will have ever heard of him in the 4 o'clock hour?
I dare you to tell Whitty that you don't think Virgil van Dijk is a top 50 athlete in the world in popularity. See his reaction.
Dare me twice. I dare you to dare me again. All right, Josh Appel is going to join us in the next segment. I want to tell you first about Doral Kia. Whenever you want a low price, you always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. You can take advantage of your Pricito any day you want on popular new Kia models like a Sportage, Sorento, Telluride, K5, Soul, and more. We bought our son DJ a K4 at Doral Kia. Mitchell, the Kia boss, and his entire staff down there will take great care of you. It's really a pleasure to buy an automobile down there. They've got easy financing, fast service, and the best value for your money. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. So visit them right now. You can go to the dealership in Doral, or you could start shopping for your Pricito online at DoralKia.com.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
I'm not a football guy, you know that, but I read Bill Walsh's book. Do you remember? You know the book?
I can't read, Coach.
All right, before we get to Joshua Appel, I'll remind you one more time because the soccer tournament is here. Although there are no matches today, we are giving away a soccer swag bundle valued at around $300 from Sinbad Sports in the Coral Ridge Mall in Fort Lauderdale. We all love Sinbad, good dude, listener of the show. And if you want a chance to win, text MESSI, MESSI, text MESSI to 20357. That's MESSI to 20357. If you want more info, you can go to WQAM.com. It is a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Do not text and drive. Josh Appel, he's an NFL play-by-play announcer for Sports USA. He's going to be on the call for some preseason games very soon. Going to be preseason football before you know it. Hall of Fame game less than a month away. He obviously fills in for us at times when I'm on vacation or Crowder or Solana's on vacation. He's a huge Marlins fan. He is a huge Panthers fan. He's a soccer broadcaster. He's got the Bay FC Racing Louisville game Friday night. That's NWSL. Check your local listings. And he's with us now. Hello, Josh.
Hello.
Did a great job filling in at times while I was on vacation. I appreciate you very much.
Great job at times.
No, great, because you didn't fill in every show.
Right.
So, like, I told Zach Gelb, like, he did a great job at times. You did a great job at times.
Specific to the show that I filled in on, I would agree with the assessment that it was good at times. Other times,
Well, that's pretty much every show that we do.
I enjoyed it.
Can't bet 1,000. Nobody bets 1,000. There's
Look
something
at all
about
the
these
Marlins
Marlins, Josh. There's something
look at
about
all
these
this gear.
Marlins. I mean, come on. What do you think? Is this like some sort of aberration, or this is real?
I think this is real. I think we have a long enough sample size from the second half of last year through this point this year with largely the same team to say this is who they are. The math whiz, the analytics, their plan, this is what it should look like. And they're putting themselves in a position here to be buyers at the deadline and add to this team. Whether that's a starting pitcher, a reliever, or another bat, that remains to be seen. If Jacob Marcy, who had the walk-off hit last night, if he starts to get it together a little bit, I'm not even sure they need to add a bat. I think you go the rotation or you go with an extra high-leverage bullpen arm. MLB.com had an article. I sent this to Hawk earlier. They put this out yesterday, and they just had a couple of key numbers that really puts into perspective this turnaround this season. Through the end of May, the Marlins' team ERA was 4.38, which was 21st in the league. June and July, I know we've only been a week in July so far, but a 3.53 ERA. That's second best in baseball. The lineup through the end of May, a 693 OPS, 22nd in the league. June and July, an 833 OPS. That's second best in the league. And it coincides with Kyle Stowers getting hot, Otto Lopez and Xavier Edwards continuing their streak, Liam Hicks coming back from injury, not missing a beat. But Joe Mack, man, whoa, whack.
I was glad you didn't say it for Liam Hicks, but
Liam
couldn't help himself when it came to Joe Mack.
Liam was hurt, so he had to earn the W's back, which he did last night, 3 hits.
He did, man. That Joe Mack, by the way, is
that's what
special. Like, that guy guns down everyone.
Because we talked to Stromy yesterday, and he was saying, like, I kind of put him on the, what's the difference? May 31st to now, when they went crazy, 7-3 on the road in the last, like, what's the difference? He said it was Joe Mack. He said having having a catcher that can gun people at the base and hit, he was like, that's the difference on this team. Do you agree?
I mean, it's hard not to point in that direction because, just the idea that it was basically an automatic stolen base whenever somebody got on who was capable of stealing when Augustine Ramirez was back there. Augustine's down in AAA now. I mean, the fielding run value that they have gotten, that's a statistic, going from Augustine Ramirez back there to Joe Mack is unbelievable. Joe Mack is already leading the league in caught stealing and throwing guys out because he had another one last night. The guy is unbelievable. I'm not going to fully say that it reminds me of when the Marlins brought in Pudge in 2003, and and that kind of kickstarted a lot in that run. But hard not to draw the parallels. I mean, that position is one of the most important on the field, and he's hitting at the bottom of the lineup. He's giving them some pop there, but man, what he is giving them defensively behind the plate. Huge moment in last night's game against the Mariners. Bases loaded. They need to get out of this. Ground ball to first. Kyle Stowers, a little indecisive. It's a new position for him. He's been relatively good over there. Thought about maybe going to first base, getting the out, and allowing the run to score. Last second, throws a short hop, one hopper to the plate. Joe Mack picks it like it's nothing to get the out at the plate. I mean, the guy is unbelievable back there, mature beyond his years, and it's been a revelation for them.
I think my favorite stat about this Marlins team, forget just the fact that it's from June till now, they're the best team in baseball, but I read a couple days ago on ESPN that the Marlins' third highest paid player on their roster currently is Giancarlo Stanton, who hasn't played for the team since 2017.
That's amazing.
Is that a testament, Appel, to what we were all hoping would be true when Peter Bendix was brought in here to lead this team from Tampa, that can be replicated, and not only replicated, but it could succeed in the modern era where you have players or teams like the Dodgers who just have infinite money?
Right. Well, the Dodgers have the benefit of all of the money you could possibly have to pay anybody and everybody, and also the original executive from the Rays, Andrew Friedman, who's now running the baseball ops department in LA. So they've got the best of both worlds. But you look at what Tampa Bay is doing, you look at what Milwaukee is doing this year. Tampa Bay is first in the AL East, 53-36. The Milwaukee Brewers are 58-33. And it's the same type of model that both those teams use, obviously. Milwaukee is not going to outslug a lot of teams. They're going to do everything right defensively. They're going to run the bases well. They're going to give you pesky at-bats, and it's going to make it really difficult on you. The Rays, they do the same thing. I'm trying to find this tweet from last night because there was a similar nugget, if you will, of the Marlins payroll against a team like the Dodgers, but the Rays payroll against a team like the Yankees, where they used two pitchers last night or the night before that started the season as relievers. They were cast-offs from the previous organization, and they're striking out like 20 Yankee hitters over the last two games in that series. And maybe when it comes to the postseason, that's when those big names, that's when they become the difference makers. Like Milwaukee every year does this, where they win 90, 95 games, they win the Central, or they get in the playoffs, and then they don't have the big boppers there, and they kind of go quiet in the postseason. Baby steps, though, here, because this is the vision that Peter Bendix sold everybody on. Hey, eventually we want to invest in this payroll. They've invested in other areas. This has been well publicized, whether that's in their minor league academies or just in the facility in Jupiter in general. But this was the vision, something that is sustainable and fun to watch. And I think so far, the back half of last year and what we've seen so far this year, I think they've checked those two boxes.
It has been fun to watch. Like, you cannot argue that. It has been fun to watch. Have you ever heard of Virgil van Dijk?
Of course.
All right.
Who's that?
Checking. Solana says top what?
I said he's one of the most famous athletes in the world.
And I said he wouldn't crack the top 50.
This is a United States and a world situation here.
Sure.
Because I think Solana might be right, like, worldwide. Especially if you're, like, the reason I know him, I mean, I wasn't the biggest soccer guy in the world until the last handful of years, till my professional years, maybe in college. But I grew up playing FIFA. I know Virgil van Dijk from playing FIFA for so long. And so if you
I bet that's how DJ knows him. Because when we were having the conversation in the last segment, my son texted me, VVD is one of my top 5. I had never heard of Virgil van Dijk. He's got a nickname for him, but I bet because they play FIFA all the time.
I mean, perhaps, but like, just to give you an example, Virgil van Dijk has more Instagram followers than Tom Brady.
I don't believe
Instagram.
that. I don't believe that.
What's his Facebook look like?
Is Kevin Bacon a great actor? He's 68 today, by the way. Virgil van Dijk is 35 today.
I think Kevin Bacon is a Hall of Very good actor.
He's good.
Yeah, good actor.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Not
Solana says he's a
great.
great actor.
Hall of Very good.
Hall of Very good.
I'll
I'm with
accept that. I like that.
Yeah. Where were you? I know you're much younger than me. Where were you 16 years ago today when LeBron made the decision?
It's funny. I was just talking about this with somebody on the golf course a few days ago. I remember I was working at a summer camp at the time. I was a counselor, young counselor, still in high school. And the decision was going on. A lot of the older counselors at the camp worked for the Heat, like on the hoop troop, extreme team, whatever you want to call them. And that night of the decision, I remember I was in the bathroom taking care of business with the door open so I could hear the TV as LeBron announced.
That's so funny. I'm guessing you were going to watch the show, but then it dragged on so long
my God.
that you couldn't stop. You just couldn't. You had to go to the bathroom.
Them guts went wrong.
Jim Gray would not shut up. Respectfully, great broadcaster, Jim Gray. But come on, just get to the point.
But I obviously they were told, right, that this has to be a half-hour special. Don't say it at the beginning. And
correct. And look,
yeah.
great thing for the Boys and Girls Club. Amazing charity work.
Yeah,
that
just
night.
cut a check next time.
just get to the point, man.
Yeah. Where were you, Crowder? Where'd you watch the decision? You remember?
Ooh. I think I was at home.
Tootsies?
No, I was at the house and I turned it on and I think I was like barbecuing or cooking, and then I got back in. LeBron had that little plaid shirt on. Real weird situation. And I was like, oh, he's coming down here. And then it hit me 10 seconds later. I was like, damn, we're about to get LeBron James.
It's funny how we were so adamant earlier in the show. Like, that's one of those moments where you remember exactly where you were.
We were
everybody.
That there's no one in South Florida who does not remember exactly where they were doing.
Crowder has no idea where he was.
I was like, I don't know. Maybe grilling something.
I could have been in Costa Rica. Let me look back. I got to look at my my pictures.
You really don't remember? Do you remember where you watched the OJ chase?
No, not at all.
You don't remember that?
Huck, I don't remember what I ate for dinner last night.
Do you remember? Were you old enough to watch the OJ chase?
I don't remember. What year was that? 94? I don't think I was born yet.
I was
in the
emceeing. I was emceeing at Cruzan Liquor Stand on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard in West Palm Beach. I was literally, it was a Friday night. I think it was a Friday night. I was emceeing, but we barely could play music because everyone was gathered around the TVs. And you remember back then it was like fatbacks, like 18-inch fatbacks, over the bar, like jammed in for no particular rhyme or reason. Like, it didn't look great. It was just, I think we can fit a TV up there. Yeah. And but like anyone my age remembers exactly where they were for the OJ chase.
June 17, 1994. I was 16 days old.
Jimmy, where were you? You're my age.
I was in Kendall.
I was 11. I was probably in Atlanta somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember.
That's funny. So you don't remember watching that?
Nope.
That's crazy to me. That's like one of those seminal moments. Do you know the NHL season? I'm just going through a bunch of stuff that we've talked about with a pal. Do you know the NHL season is 84 games this coming season?
I do, but listening to you guys, I think it was yesterday, mentioned this, reminded, I had forgotten. I remember because there was a big thing at the end of the season where Paul Maurice was talking about, all right, we'll do training camp. Sorry, it was the beginning of last season. We'll do training camp like we're going to do it next season. So the guys are kind of used to what the schedule is going to be like. So I do remember back then, those two extra games could be pretty important. You never know.
You never know. I mean, how many times? I mean, back in the day, we would talk about games in hand. We would have loved 2 extra games. But really,
games.
Honestly, like, wasn't there a Heat team that missed the playoffs by 1 game?
Yeah. In 2017, they lost to Milwaukee Bucks. Chris Middleton hit a dagger, and Miami ends up losing out on missing the postseason by literally 1 game. Or 2018, that was a 31-11 season.
Yeah, 2 games is going to be really
Yeah,
at
that
the
was-
end. It's probably going to be the difference between a team making it and a team not making it.
That was Waiters James Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember that.
That
I don't
you
like
remember.
that. I don't want to remember that, but I
Amazing.
do remember that.
Amazing. He can't remember the OJ Chase or the LeBron decision, but he remembers the Deion Waiters James Johnson season, game by game.
I remember listening to one of those last games, fishing in a canal in Davie.
The mind works in mysterious ways.
You know, the OJ conversation. I don't know why I said it like OJ.
I do like when people put emphasis on a syllable that most people don't. I find that to be an endearing trait. What were you going to say about the OJ?
From the OJ chase?
Because even I find that to be a cool thing to do. Like honestly, if you're ordering breakfast, yeah. Pancakes, a coffee, and I'll take you have fresh squeezed OJ. Like it's just I don't know why I like to do that, but I think it's a good bit.
I used to do a read at the Walgreens.
there's a great this is not what I was going to say, but there's a great Broadway show that was on Netflix also with Nick Kroll and John Mulaney, and they do that where they do a show on Broadway. And
I love that.
It's so good. It's so good. You know, I love growing up, or not growing up anymore, but I love being in this like technological era where everything is at like our fingertips. But there are some things that I miss, and I feel it could be really cool these days. You know, I miss paper tickets to sporting events, to shows, to movies. You know, just something about it. But I love like we don't get the experience anymore unless you go to a sports bar of like, oh, there's an electronics store right there and there's TVs in the window. Let's everybody huddle up and watch in the window or watch it a little thing because we've got it all at our fingertips on our phones. I miss that communal experience.
Yes. That's how I had to watch the LeBron decision at the Rainforest Cafe on the Atlantic City Boardwalk with no sound on, with a whole bunch of people who didn't care about it as much as I did. But it was like nowadays I would be, while my kids were playing miniature golf, I'd just be on my phone watching it.
Could you imagine what the windows at Sharper Image looked like that day?
I flew into Philly. I'm flying out of Philly tonight. It happened this morning at 5:38 a.m. If you have a paper ticket, I don't respect you. I don't respect
tickets,
you.
though. Paper tickets for sporting events, man. Paper tickets. If you wanted to give your friend a ticket to the game because you weren't going to use it, you had to go meet him somewhere. Like you literally would have to drive 45 minutes. Hey, I'll meet you at the Pollo Tropical on 95th. And you can make it the rest of the way. Like, or if you were scalping tickets, you had to go to the arena a couple hours before and then just kind of waltz around with your tickets.
Hey.
Burger King off Nob Hill.
Yeah. There was no resale market.
This Sylvia that has to find her folded up ticket to get on before me, I just can't stand it. Pull your phone out and use that QR code.
I love the paper airline ticket. Give me that all day long, man. All day long. All right, Josh Appel. We love you, Josh.
Love you guys.
All right. 4 o'clock hour. Our friend Chris Whittingham, he may know Virgil van Dijk. He's going to join us in the 4 o'clock hour. He was outraged when I asked him on the text.
Well, of course. Like, I mean, this guy,
is he more famous than Virgil, the wrestling manager?
No.
Ooh. Yes.
All right. I was going to tease it for the 4 o'clock hour, the way he reacted, but then he gave it away. All right. 4 o'clock hour is next. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
You're not a cheese guy?
Depends.
On what?
All right, here we go. 4 o'clock hour. Told Appel to stick around if he wants, and he chose to stick around. I know he's watching. He's watching his son. I can hear him in the background.
I was gonna say you may hear him.
Jordan ain't with this, son. Jordan don't like this.
If you got to do daddy things, feel free to go ahead and do daddy things.
He'll just join us.
Look at that.
Oh,
boy.
look at him.
Look at that. And you got that.
Oh, he needs a nosy.
Here,
Give
Crowder,
him a
give him a
nosy
nosy.
Virtual nosy. Oh my God, he looks terrified.
Do you know who Virgil van Dijk is?
That's a good looking boy there, Josh. Look at him.
He's like, BBD. I love BBD. Let me start with the stock market report that's sponsored by our friends at Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. Dow Jones down 576 points today. That's over 1%. S&P 500 down 21 points. NASDAQ actually finished in the green, up 51 points. Let us do the World Football Scoreboard, which is brought to you by your local Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is truly unmatched for every match with 29-degree drafts of Michelob Ultra, spicy margaritas made with Casamigos, and unrivaled views all tournament. Twin Peaks eats, drinks, scenic views. Yeah, Jordan likes what he hears.
Just too distracting. I can.
There is no, it doesn't distract me. I know Crowder before has had opinions of athletes bringing their child to the podium after a game, so I don't want to run the risk of annoying. I don't want to run the risk of annoying Crowder here. And
man, leave that baby home.
Don't ask me any tough questions.
all right, fair enough. We don't have a scoreboard because there's no matches today, but we have a future scoreboard. What's on the docket for soccer action?
Well, yesterday, Colombia and Switzerland end up going to pens.
That's my adopted team, you know, Switzerland, because I was just there. Yeah,
Right. Yeah, you were in the Swiss Alps.
had some fondue. Spent some time in the Swiss Alps with Miles Turner. Weird sentence.
But
I didn't get any schnitzel. It's the only thing I whiffed on. I didn't get any schnitzel.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Can you get like Swiss schnitzel in the States? Is there?
We get schnitzel in Boca. There's a place called Biergarten. It's a German place, but like I think I told you, it's chicken schnitzel,
Right, but that's
and
what
veal schnitzel.
You had explained yesterday that
Swiss schnitzel, I think, is more of a pork. I think.
Pork is a superior tasting meat than chicken and veal.
Yeah, you said that yesterday too. I disagree with that.
I don't know.
Disagree.
Pig?
Would you rather eat fried pork or fried chicken? Because I'm taking fried chicken.
Right, but are we saying bacon versus a chicken nugget? Because obviously bacon's better. But are you talking about?
Is it?
Yeah, bacon.
I'm talking about Hawk. I'm talking
like
about
I'm talking about
fried
like
chicken.
a pork, like a
Pork loin.
a pork loin.
Massas de cerdo is the best meat menu item in the world.
Yeah, it's just not true. I'm sorry, it's just not.
What's better than massas de cerdo?
Anything.
Coleslaw for sure. You know, I got a DM from Chris Cody because I put on the my Instagram page the video from us yesterday where I was saying, like, you're not gonna believe how old I am, but I chose coleslaw as my side at Flanagan's. And Chris Cody, he just DM'd me and he says, Flanny serves coleslaw with every entree for free. You basically just said hold the fries. But I did the ordering process. It didn't say chicken Philly comes with coleslaw. What would you like in addition? You had to check one of the boxes. But it was a very large container of coleslaw. So I wonder if he's right. I wonder if I would have gotten coleslaw anyway and still could have gotten fries.
I think he is right. I think, especially when you order the Joe's Meal Deal, I
didn't get the Joe's Meal Deal.
Right, but it brings just like that tiny little container of slaw. But you got like a side, like a big container of slaw, which is disgusting, by the way.
So good. I'm craving it right now.
Did you have your glasses on?
My readers?
Have your readers on.
I mean, it's funny talking to you guys about the 16-year anniversary of the decision because I was in my 40s. You guys were children.
I was in Miami.
You were in the NFL, dude.
Yeah, I was in Miami. No, when we were talking about the OJ thing.
Well, OJ, you guys weren't even born.
Yeah, I was 11. I didn't know who this crazy dude was. But yeah.
OJ.
OJ. So when the decision happened, I was actually playing for the Dolphins.
Coleslaw is good, though.
It's not. It's mayonnaise and cabbage.
It's so good.
I've had coleslaw in like a pulled pork sandwich before. Where they'll just throw it in.
Best. They put it on top of. You put coleslaw on top of barbecue.
Right.
Look out.
I'm down for that because it a little crunch. It
a little cold.
Sweetens it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But just fork into coleslaw.
Oh,
mouth.
So good. I don't even need the fork, to be quite honest. I'll eat it like Hawaiian poi. Shovel that bad boy right into my mouth.
Cabbage mayonnaise.
But I understand it. I get it because you guys are young. I felt that way your age as well. I wouldn't go near the coleslaw whenever they put it on my plate. And when you talk about cabbage, speaking of beer garden, when we do go there in Boca, you know, they've got everything, but they've got schnitzel, they've got pizza, they've got whatever. But I never get fries there. Do you know when I get there? Cabbage. They have a delicious cabbage side, and it's not coleslaw, it's hot cabbage. And it's so good. It's pickled. It's pickled cabbage. It is so good.
Have you gone casket shopping yet?
But I guguarantee you, if I went out with Jim Larinaga, we'd both be getting the cabbage. I can't argue it. I know how I felt when I was your age. I would not eat the cabbage. I would not eat the coleslaw. Now I'm telling you, I can't get it enough. It's so good.
You have the glasses with the thin glass on top and the little bifocal on the bottom.
That changes in the weather.
you done got old, man.
Mm-hmm. I can't deny it.
I sent Hawk and Mike Cunha a picture of the sweet potato brownies that my fiance made yesterday.
Yeah. Embarrassing.
But why? They were delicious.
Because if you're gonna have brownies, have brownies. Like, I mean, first of all, you know how I feel about sweet potatoes. But if you're gonna have brownies, have brownies. Now I gotta have a brownie made out of sweet potatoes. What am I doing here?
It was delicious, and they looked a lot better than Mike Cunha's zucchini brownies.
Those zucchini brownies happened to be good. Remember, we had those at the Panthers game.
Yep.
He brought them in a little Tupperware.
Solana, it's not good for your relationship.
Who's old now? Who's old now? Cunha's walking around with zucchini brownies in a Tupperware.
And Solana, don't make your fiance start making healthy desserts. It's going to be bad for your relationship long term.
Oh, I don't think he's got any say in this. He didn't ask for sweet potato brownies. Trust me.
You have no idea what last night.
Were they frosted with chocolate?
A little bit, but it was unsweetened 100% cacao powder mixed with like water and Splenda that created the frosting. These were healthy brownies.
Did you hear what he just said?
Cacao, I know. Did you
Splenda? Did
you mean cocoa powder?
Yeah, cacao.
Did you hear what he just said?
Never had cacao? Cacao nibs.
You know what he said? Yeah. You know what he said earlier? Because we were talking about the LeBron decision. We thought it took place in Akron. And someone texted in, no, it was in New York. But it actually took place in Greenwich, Connecticut, where ESPN is, where the studios are.
Yeah.
But Solana read it as Greenwich, Connecticut. What was the airport ones that you told us that?
Dulles.
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 No, it is Dulles. You said Dulles.
Dulles. I remember I was gonna go with Dulles or Dulé.
Have you ever heard of sight words? Like there's certain words you see that you know what the name is.
Okay, May, June 5th. Relax.
Sight words.
Because sweet potato brownies, like somebody puts it on the chat here, is that a side or a dessert? Like, so honestly, you had a meal and then your dessert is sweet potato brownies?
No, those are my side. I had a chicken breast with a sweet potato brownie. There's something else we're working on, which is a sweet potato cut in half.
Yeah.
You bake it, so it's a sweet potato, and then you cover it with chocolate syrup. And then you put it back into the oven for just a little bit to harden the chocolate syrup on top. So it's almost like, you know, how you
Twix bar.
You would dip a vanilla cone into chocolate and then you'd eat it. This is the healthy version of that.
This is a dipped sweet potato. And would you lick it like an ice cream cone? You would hold your sweet potato,
put it on a stick.
Solana, what are you training for? Why are
Crowder,
y'all wasting time?
I want you to invite Eduardo over and say, "Do you want some dessert? We've got sweet potato dipped
popsicles.
Yes.
We got sweet potato popsicles."
Great.
What are y'all doing at your house?
Man, TikTok is my nightmare, man. TikTok is my
Because
nightmare.
there's all these wacky recipes.
Because Valentina, her algorithm now, because we're trying to lock in for our wedding, which is coming up next year, and we're both dieting heavy, and
for what?
She follows Crowder, because it's normal. People want to lose weight before their wedding to look better. That's normal. Why are you acting like this is not
What's
a normal thing?
You're gonna eat sweet potatoes for your wedding. Like, this is goofy.
Well, I gotta tell you, sweet potatoes dipped in chocolate ain't gonna help you lose weight.
It's just, this is foolishness.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you that it's foolish, but that's what almond moms do on TikTok, which is my fiance's entire algorithm are almond moms who refused the COVID vaccine, but have no problem injecting themselves with every peptide known to man, by the way.
So a year leading up to your wedding, you have to change your diet.
Yeah, most people do.
Yeah.
That's goofball stuff.
Nah, most people do.
Yeah.
Chicken wings. I ate chicken wings all the way. Chicken wings, and chicken wings every day before my wedding.
How many baskets of fries and Cokes I had in the lead up to my wedding?
Come on, Josh,
All
be
of
a
them.
man. Look at Jordan. Look
at
what
your
he
wedding.
made. Look what he made on baskets of fries and Coke.
He had a basket of fries at his wedding.
I did.
Yeah, he did. All right, headlines are brought to you by Durrell Kia. I don't even know if we're already doing them or not. In Miami, or I don't know if you were still giving us the football scoreboard. But
France, Morocco tomorrow, 4, and apologies to the Colombia fans.
yeah,
It was a game where they should have won yesterday. They lose in the worst possible way in penalties. The Citadel downstairs was filled with Colombian fans watching this game. I could hear them yelling.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was depressing.
Headlines are brought to you by Durrell Kia in Miami. At a Domino's game, you'll always find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Durrell Kia.
Yeah, France, Morocco tomorrow, 4, Spain, Belgium on Friday, and then 2 games Saturday, Norway, England at 5, Argentina, Switzerland will be at 9. Those are your quarter finals. This just got aggregated onto my account here. Richard Jefferson, he's on the Road Trippin' podcast. I don't know if that's his podcast or whatever, but he's on a podcast and they're talking to him about LeBron. Remember, RJ was a part of that 2016 Cavs reunion trip. So he spent a lot of time with LeBron. And he's claiming that LeBron James told him his entire offseason plan. He knows where LeBron's going. He knows the plan in place already. He knows when it's going to be announced, the date, the time it's going to be announced. But he says he won't tell anybody what LeBron told him. Is that like,
no chance?
Does LeBron confide in Richard Jefferson?
No.
And Richard Jefferson's already in the media because he calls games. LeBron is smarter than that.
He's smarter than that. Richard Jefferson is just trolling there.
Yeah.
There is an interesting scenario regarding LeBron and his next destination. Ethan Skolnick reported on the 5 Reasons Sports that the Miami Heat would consider a two-way contract for Bronny James if they were to sign LeBron.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
But is
Why
a
would
two-way
you?
contract?
Why, if it got you LeBron James?
Oh, no.
That's what I'm
Solidify
saying.
LeBron James.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah, it's not bettering your team.
What's
in
his
any
wife's
way.
name?
Savannah?
I would give a contract to Savannah. I mean, she could be the 15th person on the bench. If it brings LeBron here,
No.
how many roster spots do you need?
We've argued about this where that 15th roster spot really doesn't mean much. If it gets LeBron here, I'm with you, but he's not changing any outcome of any team's destiny.
No. But if I can watch Giannis, Bam, and LeBron together in Heat uniforms, and the price comes with Bronny James sitting on the bench, okay.
I'd sign the daughter.
Yep. Anyone.
Would a two-way contract be enough, though, to entice
You think he
LeBron
needs
and
a
Bronny?
guaranteed contract?
A guaranteed, which is what he has right now in
Then
LA.
give him a guaranteed contract. Who cares?
$2.3 million? Is that
Oh,
what his
yeah.
guarantee
Yeah,
is? Man, you get that man $3 million. Give him 2.4, whatever.
Make him
it
an
is.
assistant coach, whatever he wants.
Yeah, whatever he wants. Let him run the beer stand.
Anything he wants.
Yeah, he sit by Solana up in the nosebleeds.
So the Shams report yesterday or today, not even a report. He's talking. He's talking now. That Sixers, the Miami Heat, and the Cleveland Cavaliers seem to be the clubhouse leader right now for the potential LeBron landing spot. Tim Hardaway Jr., by the way, officially announced today by the Miami Heat. Well, they announced him, but introduced today by the Miami Heat.
His press conference.
They held this press conference, and indeed, the number 10 jersey with Hardaway Jr. on the back. Pat Riley was holding the jersey, and he said, I thought this one was hanging from the rafters. So
that's cool. I'm glad Mom got involved because for you and your son to both wear the same jersey when your jersey's retired is awesome.
That's cool. And who would have wanted to see a Hardaway jersey out there, number 16, you know?
Yeah, I didn't
Did Tim Sr. know when he joined us last week, Crowder, that he was going to change his mind on this, and he was just kind of giving us a runaround because he sounded as
adamant.
Right, as adamant as I've heard anybody say anything that he would not give his son that number.
Solana, as you were just speaking about your fiance, you can say whatever you want to. When your wife tells you that it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Hawk can attest to it. Appel can probably attest to it. No.
As
we're
evidenced
doing
by
this.
you eating sweet potato brownies yesterday.
Yes.
Bronny in the 15th slot is you eating sweet potato brownies.
We can be driving up to a red light and we're going to take a right. We're going to take a right. It could be 13 miles away. We're going to take a right. And then at the last second, your wife says, let's go left. Your ass is getting in that left lane and turning.
Although somebody points out on the text, though, if you sign Bronny, you have to sign Thanasis.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can't do that. Giannis is the star of the team.
But LeBron James has more cachet than Giannis.
I think you should have a bench that is Bronny James, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, and Zoran Dragic.
Bryce James and Savannah James. We're keeping 20 this year.
Isn't there a third Antetokounmpo?
There's Alex Antetokounmpo, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, and one more.
Giannis.
So they have Giannis, Thanasis, and Alex?
And Kostas. And Kostas Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. Alex got the
They
raw
ran
end
out
of
of
the
names.
Did they just give up when it came to Alex?
Just gave up.
Alex ain't got a chance.
Well, no, his name is Alexandros Emeka Antetokounmpo.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well, I think Giannis is the belle of the ball.
No, sign all four of them.
The Marlins do play tonight. They're going to play.
Have Tim Hardaway Sr. too. Let's have just families. You have to be either kids, brothers, whatever. You have to have families on the Heat this coming season.
The Marlins play tonight, 6:40 p.m. versus the Mariners. We mentioned it earlier. Tickets as low as $5 to support the people suffering in Venezuela. And this was an interesting report that apparently Inter Miami, who are back in about 10 days, by the way.
I don't buy this, by the way. I know what you're about to say.
They're considering a move for really the star of the tournament thus far, outside of like Messi and Mbappe and Erling Haaland, the Cape Verde goalkeeper Vozinha, who became like this mega celebrity.
I'd love to see it. I just don't buy it because it was a Polymarket tweet, and then I looked for any other tweets that were confirming it, and it's very smallish sites.
No, I mean Marca Sports, based out of Europe, is a pretty legitimate soccer website. So that's where I saw this from, but who knows?
Speaking of Erling Haaland, I sent you guys a new Nike commercial that was just released for him. Watch it during the commercial break if you haven't watched it yet. It is badass. He is so badass. This commercial is great.
Inter Miami should sign him.
I don't have no reception.
You're in a closet.
I'm in the closet. Bingo.
Your weather in South Florida right now. It is
no text.
It's 92 degrees. It's the lows are going to be in the 80s, and right now it is a 59 in air quality, which is moderate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's brought to you by our friends at Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
Look at how happy Jordan Appel is.
Man, I want to nosy nose that baby so bad.
Oh, what happened?
He's tired of sitting here. He's ready for a change of scenery.
Right.
So this might be the last segment. Great debut for him.
Give him,
We'll,
give him a nosy.
Yeah, we'll take over with
There we
Whittingham
go.
in the
Nosy,
next
nosy.
segment.
There
Look
we
at
go,
that.
JD.
Live nosy. Thank you, Appel. We'll let you go so you can go be a dad, and we'll have Whittingham in the next.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Take him
Thank
fishing.
you. Thank you. Chris Whittingham is going to solve the mystery of who Virgil van Dijk is in the next segment. So don't go anywhere. You're going to want to be around here for that.
If your garage door is outdated, if it's damaged, or it's not hurricane ready, you can't wait. You got to call Allied Doors. It is hurricane season. It's raining every day. You have to call Allied Doors to protect and upgrade your house at the same time. Allied Doors has been serving South Florida since 1966. That's 60 years of trusted family-owned service. You don't want to be that house. If I'm calling you out or you know the neighbor I'm talking about, beautiful home, well-kept yard, and the garage doors are garbage. Don't be that person. You got to call Allied Doors. Huge in-stock inventory, same-day service, and custom impact-rated doors that are built to protect and upgrade your home fast. Same-day delivery sometimes now. And the LiftMaster openers, you got to check into these LiftMasters. I thought every garage door took a minute to open and it was loud as all get up when you open them. Not with LiftMasters. They are built to perform. Our personal house, the house that I live in with my family, we use Allied Doors. My wife uses Allied Doors for all our investment properties. You got to call Allied Doors today. Upgrade and protect your home. 954-942-8550. That's 954-942-8550, or visit allied-doors.com. Mention this ad and you get $300 off. So we're going to watch out for you. We're going to give you $300 off and protect and upgrade your home. You can't wait. Call Allied Doors today.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana Show.
My metabolic age is 15.
Yeah, well, your metabolic IQ is 15 as well.
W.
Ah, soccer. I see what you're doing there, Jimmy. I think we lost Crowder. Did we lose Crowder? He was going to stick around for the beginning of the segment. He had to go catch an Uber. He was going to say hi to Whitty, and then I was going to do, hey, we're subbing Whitty in, a little soccer parlance, but looks like Crowder's gone. What would the numbers be? What would be the substitution there? I see Whitty's holding up the
Crowder is
sign.
52, right? 52.
Yeah. What would Whitty be?
Whitty on the pitch. When I used to play a little footy
pickup.
with him. Yeah, Whitty was a solid number 5, I'd say. Yeah.
You got soccer skills, Whitty?
I can play a little bit. I'm more of a defender, and so I hold my position well. I organize the lads very well. I do a lot of shouting. Very shouty kind of football player. But yeah, I would say probably like a 3 or a 4 is usually the center back number. So I'll go for either.
Whitty, I don't know if you're interested, but next time you're in South Florida and you want to get back on the pitch, I'm back.
You're playing?
Really?
I'm playing tonight. I'm playing
You
multiple
are?
times a week. So I'm back.
The
I don't
knee's
want to
holding up. I'm glad to hear it.
Do we have wood around here?
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. If I tear something today, I will literally.
So you're going full speed.
I've been going full speed. And granted, I've pulled a groin already once.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just old. I'm washed. But Woody, I feel good out there, man. I'm
You're in
back.
the Mike Ryan League?
No, I used to play with Mike.
Yeah,
I think
how
it's
was Mike?
okay. It's okay. I could say this, right, Woody? I used to play with
on
Mike
Sunday.
Ryan.
It's on Sunday mornings.
Mike's a goalie,
Right.
Like
Is he good?
he really he went all in on playing goalie. He's a good goalie,
Which is rare amongst pickup soccer players. Usually, like it's kind of a thing where everyone kind of swaps in and out. But he went all in on goalkeeper. He's quite good. Obviously, it's 6'4". He covers the goal well.
I don't respect it much, but he
Why?
was a very good goalie. But
You don't
very
respect what? Being the goalie?
good. Yeah, like if you didn't grow up playing soccer and now you want to play soccer with your boys, right? To just be like, I'm not good on the pitch and I don't want to embarrass myself, so I'm just gonna
So you
take
think he
up
took
goalie.
the easy way out?
Well, he happened to be a very good goalie, so I
But you
respect
think
it.
he took
I
the
think it's
easy
more
way
sort
out.
of self-awareness, understanding of one's own skill set more than anything.
But we're just out there fooling around, like just
Hey,
play-
make
play
an ass out
forward.
of yourself like the
Yeah,
rest of us.
play forward. It's all right. Yeah.
Interesting.
But he was a very good goalie.
You keep saying that, and I don't feel like you mean it.
Slightly patronizing.
Chris Whittingham is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. He's a soccer broadcaster for CBS and Apple TV. You can see him all tournament long on CBS Golazo. So what happened against Belgium? Because we were all excited by the USA, and they looked unlike anything we had seen in the tournament. Up until then, they looked amateurish.
Yeah, they did. Whatever insults you have, I will agree with. And it is incredibly startling after what they delivered in the first 4 games. And you can say it's a different level of opposition, and it was. But at the same time, the first game was against Paraguay. Paraguay made the last 16, beat Germany, and gave France a real run for their money. So I'm not saying that Paraguay's terrible. But for whatever reason, and I was sitting with a friend, I was at the game, and I just kept looking out and going, there's nothing about this that looks right. There's nothing about this that looks like they're up for this, that looks like they have any measure of confidence. All of the things, all of the details that made them good in the first 4 games were gone in 5 minutes. Their ability to pass in tight spaces, the ability to control the ball in tight spaces, the ability to defend with any kind of front-footed, aggressive press towards the opposition. Belgium, they look like they were in a training session. They look like they had all the time in the world to think about what they were going to do next with the ball, and they were going to do this, and then they had a genuine plan of attack to target the U.S. weaknesses, which was particularly down the defensive left with Tim Ream and Anthony Robinson, who were dreadful on the day defensively. So I have no idea what happened. It was a rotten performance from start to finish, and it felt like that. It felt even worse in the stadium than it probably felt on TV because there
was like the air let out of the stadium real quick.
For sure.
Even
I mean,
when
look,
they equalized.
Look, the equalizer was great. Let's be honest, it was a deflection. It was not any kind of reflection of good play. I think at the start of the second half, you're 2-1 down. Honestly, everyone around me in my section was like, if we get to halftime at 2-1 down, that's a win because we just got our ass kicked for 45 minutes. And so you come out in the second half and they started playing reasonably well, but it all comes completely out with the third goal, and especially the shocking nature of how the goalkeeper comes out. He should probably punt it away, and instead it just gives away a completely amateurish goal instead, and that just completely lets out all air of the build. And there are half-hearted attempts at USA chants and half-hearted attempts. Oh, maybe we can get something, but it felt pretty clear that the game was only going one way, and I think there was a real depression, especially amongst the people that watch this, that are diehard fans, that want soccer to grow in this country, that realize, and now we know the numbers, 42 million people were watching that. 42 million people watched the United States get absolutely demolished, and every bit of goodwill has seemingly gone as a result of that performance.
You mentioned, Whitty, that the U.S. couldn't apply the pressure moving forward, and I think what stood out to me and you as well, most people, through the first couple games, was their ability to just control the midfield. And that's what led to that attack style, and really what led to them being able to take advantage of mistakes from the other side. What was it that Belgium did that took that element of the game out from the U.S.? Or was it more so that the moment was too big and they just couldn't execute what had been working for them the entire tournament?
It's genuinely hard to know. It's genuinely hard to know because from watching the game, it looked like they just didn't have the level of physicality required to do that, nor even the desire to do that. I almost wonder, we don't know what it was like behind the scenes, but I almost wonder if the coach, Pochettino, decided we're going to zag. Everyone thinks that we're going to go out there and press them. We're going to back off a little bit, and we're going to try and force them to play, but they're too good. They're too good to allow them room to play. Any player at any kind of high level, when given space, when given time, can do something. And I think that if it was the approach, seems like it was way off. But even beyond that, it was just the fact that this Belgium team was not any kind of overawed. And it seems like from everything they've said afterwards, they were really upset about how, frankly, the U.S., sort of pundit class decided that the U.S. are better than Belgium. And then, of course, what happened with the Balogun thing, with the suspension being revoked, it really seemed like the U.S. would have been better off with Ricardo Pepi playing in the game and feeling aggrieved than Folarin Balogun playing in the game and feeling like everyone hates them and feeling like the other team was really upset at what was going on. So whatever happened behind the scenes for that to happen, whether it was the president, whether it was U.S. Soccer, whether it was Infantino who decided, let's have Balogun play in this game, for as much as I actually thought he was the only player on the pitch that actually acquitted himself well, it seemed like that whole storyline and that whole idea led to this sort of sapping of positivity and good feeling. I have no idea if that was the reason why they played like that, but something happened that is not explainable by their ability as players. Because whether it's the moment or whatever, something got to them.
So what do we do as the post-mortem for the U.S. in the World Cup? Do we take the positive view of, hey, this is as good a performance as we've seen in a long time? In totality, it's hard to say that, I know, coming off of Monday night. Or is it like, yeah, same old stuff?
Yeah, there definitely is an element of same old stuff because ultimately they were the first good team that the U.S. played. And that the goal, so I think the U.S. has sort of progressively taken steps. And I think right now you could say that they're in a class of, let's call it the third tier of teams in the world. There are the World Cup contenders and the World Cup previous winners. Right now, I'd say that group is probably only France, Spain, England, Argentina. Then there are high-level teams from South America and Europe, which you could say are your Brazils, your Germanys, even Norway now obviously is in that class. Morocco is in that class. There, probably 7 to 8 teams that are in that next year, and then the U.S. is in that next group, 13 to, let's call it 20, where they're a good team. They can beat teams that they're better than, but ultimately the chasm between them and the best teams is massive even still. And that was the part that I think we wanted to see close to this World Cup, which I really thought they had a chance to do against Belgium with how Belgium had looked at this tournament. But Belgium are a team full of players that play high-level European football that have all been sold for 30 or 40 million euros, dollars, pounds, whatever you want to call it. Some of them way more than that. And they are established great players that are leaders in their teams. And the U.S. has a bunch of players that are also playing at high levels, but aren't the leaders in their teams. They aren't the best players in their teams. And that's the next step. But unfortunately, that next step sounds easy. It's incredibly hard. There's a reason why only 8 teams have ever won this thing, and why trying to work your way into that class of teams is so hard. So the postmortem is you have to treat it as if it's every other failure that they've had in the World Cup, that you have to start over again, that you have to think about the system, pay to play, get it. There's been a lot of talk today, at least on my algorithms, about how do you get players that frankly are in lower socioeconomic statuses, or people who, that work in families that make $50,000 or less. Landon Donovan had this great quote that to play in club soccer, organized club soccer in this country, that only 2% of the people that play organized club soccer come from households with an income of less than $50,000. And that's just not what sports is. Sports at every level is people who are trying to rise above their circumstance through amazing athletic talent to get into a different part of life. Yes, there are some rich kids that make it, no question, but that's not what sports is. And so I think there's a real impetus to try and fix systemic problems, which remain problems even if they have beaten Belgium, but at the very least you feel a little bit better about them. So maybe this is better for that reason, that you don't think that you've solved anything in the last 4, 8, 12 years, whatever time frame you want to call it.
I was going to ask you about that because that's what my algorithm has been as well. And I think there's a large conversation, and even, broadcasters and former players, you mentioned Landon Donovan, they've been weighing in. But Whitty, do you actually see a pathway to changing the current model in the United States? Because the reality is the powers that be who profit from it aren't just going to turn around and say, oh, well, we lost to Belgium. Okay, we'll step back now, take our millions, maybe billions of dollars in some instances, and go build your association football model that could ultimately in 20, 30 years be the difference between the U.S. competing at this level or not.
I don't know, because usually the answer means that someone has to give away money, and that doesn't seem likely. And by the way, this is not a uniquely soccer problem increasingly. I think if you look at basketball, where a lot of the best players in the NBA are not from the United States of America, and AAU is getting similarly expensive, I think this problem is coming to that sport as well. When there are, obviously in American football, there aren't countries that compete with us. In baseball, there is some competition, but baseball is still a sport that the U.S. dominates at. In sports in which you have to compete on a global scale, I think our youth sports model, which is to extract money from rich parents and from people who have dreams of their kid making it someday, and it turns into a billion dollar industry, that ain't going to work. It ain't going to work if you want to compete on a global scale. But I just don't know who gives away money in that situation.
Could we fund it through more hydration breaks?
I mean, someone's got to. It has to be a borderline charity for some people. And I don't see that happening. I have a colleague who I work with at CBS who was telling me that he used to run a summer camp to help teach kids in his area about the game and to help grow the game and develop the game. And so he runs this summer camp. He wants to run it at a cheaper cost than the other summer camps in the area. Immediately a red flag for everyone around him. All the other competing clubs that run their own summer camps go, well, you're not allowed to promote your summer camps at our places where there are active soccer players. Okay, so what do? I go parent to parent. And so he has like a group of parents that want to get involved, want to get their kid involved in this summer camp. And so he asked them, can you please tell other parents about my summer camp? And they said, no, I like the level of coaching that I get in a more intimate environment. So this guy who used to play professional soccer has so much to impart, has been chewed up and spit out. He doesn't run the summer camp anymore because he got chewed up and spit out by economic models and by parents who have dreams of their kids going pro someday. And that happens to a lot of people. That is not a unique story from people that I've talked to that work around the game, that have been around the game. And so, unfortunately, it has to be in our financial interest for us to get good at soccer. And with the current structures that are there, it just isn't. The only ones that I think are actually putting the work in are professional high-level clubs like an MLS and USL that can make money on selling players abroad. Those clubs that have invested in their academies, that have sold players for multiple $1 million, that retain a percentage sell-on, that they can make even more money. Those are the clubs that are producing players that are currently in our national team. Clubs like Philadelphia Union, New York Red Bulls, that have made a model out of this, and they make money off of it. But if you're not financially incentivizing people to do this, I don't know what that answer is. I really don't.
And other clubs, Whitty, I can speak from experience. Like my two nephews try to get into the Inter Miami Academy, and other clubs like Inter Miami have tried to replicate this model, but there's Inter Miami Academy where you want your youth players playing at because that's the level you want them to play at. And then there's, hey, they didn't make that team, but pay me $3,000 and they'll suit up in the same uniform and look like they play for Inter Miami Academy as well. So like there's it gets a little complicated.
It's
because-
amateur sports in America. I mean,
Yeah.
anybody who's involved in youth sports. I mean, if you want your kids to play on the volleyball teams, they've got to be with the private coaches. They've got to be on the travel teams, whatever. It's an incredible expense.
I saw today.
that's-
So I saw someone today on Twitter. I forget what. I think it was in Virginia somewhere. It was an under nines team. An under nines team, and it's $3,300 to play for the season.
Insanity.
Who the hell is that for? And who from that environment is going to be able to actually make it in a real way that's hungry, that's starving to go have success? Like instead, those kids who don't make it there are going to choose other sports. And that's what happens. So unless someone is financially incentivized for that to change, I don't know, man. You're tilting at windmills here.
Chris Whittingham from CBS and Apple TV. Real quick, we're out of time. You've heard of Virgil van Dijk?
Yes, I have.
All right, just checking. VVD.
What was the litmus test here?
It's just his birthday, and
Yeah.
I had never heard of him, and
I called him one of the most famous athletes in the world, and Hawk's
I said
response
he was not top 50.
not top 50.
That actually is plausible. I think among soccer fans, I don't know. We'd have to work on a list of soccer players. Soccer players would comprise probably the lion's share of the most popular 50 athletes in the world, but I'm not certain that Van Dijk quite gets there. But
Yeah,
he's
I
definitely,
don't think so.
around there. He's around there.
Messi, Mbappe, Erling
I
Haaland.
mean, I'm not putting him on that level. I didn't say top
No, but I'm
five,
saying,
but,
and
but
then-
Whitney,
and
the
then- but
captain
then-
of Liverpool.
Yeah, but then you
isn't-
have to start getting down to American sports as well, right?
LeBron
I mean,
James.
you do. LeBron James, Victor Wembanyama,
But he's got
Modest Buzelis. What? All right. Thank you, Whitty.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
5 o'clock hour is next. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to the Hawk, Crowder, and Solana show.
You telling me Gogar had 2 balls?
There's your guy, Kevin Bacon. A little footloose. Happy birthday, Kevin Bacon. So, FIFA has announced the lineup for the halftime show for the World Cup final at MetLife Stadium. Did you see who the lineup is?
I did. I saw my guy JB is in the lineup.
Yes. The lineup is Justin Bieber,
Mm-hmm.
Shakira,
Of course.
Madonna, Coldplay, BTS, Burna Boy, Gustavo Dudamel, who I do not know,
I don't know.
and the PS22 chorus. And I thought we were at PS5. So I didn't even know. I am so behind the times. There's 22 versions of the PlayStation. Huh? That's crazy. Pretty strong lineup.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think they need it. I don't know why they have to turn it into a Super Bowl type halftime performance.
but they've been doing halftime performances a lot of these games. Mana performed a
Yep.
couple days ago. Who performed the other day? I
But
don't remember.
this is honestly, globally, like Bieber, Shakira, Madonna, Coldplay, you're talking like the top, BTS, like you're talking the top of the top.
I don't know if this is controversial or not, but I'm kind of good on Shakira and these World Cup songs.
Like just,
yeah, I mean,
Oh,
2010.
you're saying you're done with Shakira.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm good with just Shakira. Like, just bring out Shakira to do the halftime show, and that's fine. We associate her with soccer now for some inexplicable reason.
But she did 2010. Everybody knows Waka Waka. Everybody. Then they brought her back in 2014. Then they brought her back in 2018. Then she's back for
You're done.
2022. Now 2026, more Shakira.
This is like the Marlins having John Cicada sing the national anthem all the time.
Exactly, Hawk.
Let's get headlines here for the 5 o'clock hour. Brought to you by Durrell Kia. In Miami at a Domino's game, you'll find your abuelito. And when you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Durrell Kia.
It's like Julia Dale. At a certain point, remember Julia Dale?
Don't.
At a certain point,
Do not. Absolutely not.
even the Miami Heat.
Absolutely not.
No,
Don't even say it.
I'm a big Julia
Do-
Dale
no,
fan. I'm
nope,
just saying at a
nope,
certain
don't
point,
say it.
even the
Don't
Miami Heat
say it.
said, all right, it's enough with Julia Dale.
There's one Dale that if they want to be tired of, and it's Uptown.
How dare you? How dare you?
He's
It's a
the
Heat
man.
legend, man. Heat legend. It's the mayor of Uptown.
Julia Dale over Uptown Dale.
Brian Windhorst on NBA Today. DeMar DeRozan, as the leader of the DeMar DeRozan army here to my left, Mark
Yep.
Hochman.
That's me.
You would like DeMar DeRozan, by the way?
Absolutely.
DeMar DeRozan, he says, is tied to LeBron James in an unusual way. I believe some of the teams waiting on an answer from LeBron, teams like Miami, Windhorst says, also could be DeRozan teams if LeBron doesn't land there. So essentially, a lot of teams that still have open roster spots and a lot of free agents out there like DeRozan, like Bradley Beal, you had mentioned him earlier, are in a waiting game because LeBron James hasn't made his decision yet. So I'll ask you, Hawk, on the 16-year anniversary of the decision, LeBron's really strong-arming the NBA again and teams into waiting for him to make a decision?
It happens every time that he's making a decision, and
Yeah.
you're crazy if you don't wait it out, because if you were to find out after the fact that you chose DeMar DeRozan over LeBron James, you'd bang your head against the wall until you bled. So whether he does it intentionally as a flex or whether he has this long-time plan of when and which day he was going to announce everything, you'd be crazy not to wait.
I told you what I think it is, just an opportunity for Rich Paul to get more viewers on his podcast.
Possible. It's possible.
Because LeBron knows where he's going. Does he not? Like today, as we're sitting here at 5:09,
100%.
LeBron James knows where he's going.
100%.
And if there really was a plan in place to go trade for X player elsewhere, or to go trade for Bronny James or whatever it is, like any team could do that right now. He's not waiting for that to be done. It would have already been done by now.
Correct. There is a reason why they haven't announced it yet. I don't know what it is, but guarantee you he knows where he's going.
It's kind of annoying, to be honest. A little annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. Good drama.
Almost makes me not want LeBron
Oh,
anymore.
yeah? Is that so?
Yeah, I mean, what, we're going to do this again with LeBron?
Yeah.
Screwed us in 2014.
Yeah.
Couldn't get free agents because he waited a week after free agency started to then screw Pat Riley over.
Mm.
And now potentially doing it again almost makes me not want the old guy.
All right.
But I'll gladly take him.
Right. Well, let's mark that audio just in case.
The Nuggets are waiving Jonas Valanciunas. That's breaking news in the NBA. Los Marlins, they're going to play tonight, 6:40 p.m. against the Mariners. I saw a tweet yesterday that was going viral on Mariners Twitter. Not that
Interesting.
I follow Mariners Twitter, but it somehow found its way into my my algorithm, and it was a Mariners fan that said, "How in the bleeping bleep are we losing to the Miami Marlins?"
Well, a whole bunch of teams in MLB could tweet that.
Steph Curry's chimed in on LeBron James possibly joining the Warriors. Quote, "We obviously would love to play together. I mean, hopefully it happens, but he's deserved the opportunity and the right to take his time with the decision."
Okay. Steph Curry's going to the Cavs.
What was the Nike Erling Haaland commercial?
Oh, did you watch it
I
yet?
haven't yet.
It is so badass, man. That guy is...
He's a Viking.
He is a
right?
Viking. He is a living, breathing Viking in 2026.
He's got the hair like...
I mean, just, he's an Adonis. It's crazy.
That Norway team has so much aura, and then the entire fan base doing the row together. Have you seen that? Where they all do the row? Yeah, that's there's something about that. It is the 16-year anniversary.
They'll be down here, right?
Yeah, they're playing against England here. Saturday at 5, I believe. Saturday at 5. The entire this is the 16-year anniversary of the decision. Something else that I found about the decision, Bronny James, who could potentially be a part of whatever decision LeBron James makes now in 2026, was 5 years old at the time of the decision.
Crazy. 16 years ago.
Insane, man. Tim Hardaway Jr. was introduced today by the Miami Heat. They held their press conference, and it was cool as a Heat fan watching Tim Hardaway Jr. hold up a number 10 jersey today. That was very, very cool.
Pretty neat. Be fun to watch him out on the court. Hardaway wearing number 10.
What jerseys does Dad wear when he's out there? His number 10 jersey or the new number 10 jersey?
Probably the new number 10, right? He's got to be in the stands wearing the new number 10.
Yeah. I did see a lot of Heat fans were able to secure their Giannis Antetokounmpo number 7 jersey, by the way.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So the Heat seem to have avoided a bit of a conundrum with the number 34 jerseys, even though that would be kind of a cool novelty.
Well, that
item.
is the collectible to have.
The thing now, though, is that you can create any jersey you want.
True.
So I could go now and 34, put Antetokounmpo on the back. You can create any jersey that you want.
I think Giannis, at some point in his Heat tenure, will go back to 34. Michael did it. Remember, came back, did 45.
45. That was
returned
real
back to
cutesy.
23. I mean, he's the first one to do it. Now everybody changes jersey numbers. It was unheard of back then.
Kobe did it 24 or 8 to 24.
Yeah.
Why did Michael do that? Because they had already retired 23, so he couldn't wear 23.
It was a new start. It was a new beginning.
And then got bounced in the playoffs and then came back with 23.
Yes. Yeah, because the first season. No, he came back with 23 in the playoffs.
So he switched
in
45
season, got fined by the NBA. The NBA said this isn't allowed or whatever. What are you going to tell Michael? Yeah, in season, he took off the warm-up uni and he was wearing 23 again, which is giving me chills talking about it right now.
That is kind of cool.
That's badass.
Yeah,
That's
that is
like
kinda
Superman showing up.
Yeah.
But I still don't think they made the playoffs.
Well, they did. They ended up losing in the playoffs.
I don't think
It's-
they advanced in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's one of these seasons Bulls fans and Jordan fans like to forget about. Didn't win in the playoffs.
But he wasn't there for the half of the season.
Still was there for the playoffs, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't exactly in game shape.
No, all right.
I did kind of okay with his comeback. I don't know if you noticed the rest of it.
No, I'm just saying you guys love
I just
to
don't
forget
know.
about.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember the rest of it.
No, you've loved to forget about the seasons he didn't win in the playoffs, didn't get to the finals.
I got you.
Don't hold that against him.
I got you.
You hold it against somebody who does make it to the finals and loses.
Mm.
I got it. All right.
How many finals did LeBron go to with the Lakers?
1.
1 out of 8. Huh. So he went to the finals just 1 out of 8 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Won a ring there.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many did Michael go his first 8 years?
What? This
How
wasn't
many-
LeBron's first 8 years.
How many did Michael go his first 8 years?
What do you? Well, how about we do the last 8 years?
Okay, but before his last 8 years, he had already won 3 championships.
I don't know what you're
That's
talking
2
about at this
different
point.
careers. 2 different careers. Remember the name Ryan Conwell because we keep talking about the Heat roster. We keep talking about all the role players, and Ryan Conwell has looked unbelievable in Summer League for the Miami Heat. Why do you do that?
Because you do this every summer league.
And I was right about Pelle Larsson. I was very wrong about a lot of players.
You're wrong about most because we do this every summer league.
Ryan Conwell, the Heat's second-round pick, is a hooper.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Mark
hope he
that too.
is, but I mean, just the notion that you've seen summer league games, and I mean, we've done this with a million guys. I can't even think. I remember Big O doing a big thing about
James Ennis.
I think it was James Ennis. Yeah, Big Game James.
I was watching highlights from the 2014 Summer League in Orlando, and James Ennis was on that team. But Ryan Conwell, 21-5-3 through the Heat's first 3 Summer League games.
All right.
Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
He was supposed to wear number 7.
Yep.
And then he's like, yeah, I'm not arguing with Giannis Antetokounmpo, and
Good move.
he's taking that number. Giannis really decided in the middle of a live stream
Pretty much.
he's changing his number.
Which is why I think he's going to go back to 34 at some point.
But that would mean that like year 1 wasn't great. He didn't have a great first season. He's like, let's get back to who I am, number 34.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I watched his sit down interview. I don't remember who he did the interview with.
Neo.
He did this sit down interview, and he talked about the decision to leave Milwaukee, and he was choking up about how hard it was.
He said he might retire. Wouldn't mind retiring as a Buck.
Yeah. I think he is coming out for blood next season. Everybody's talking
I
about
hope he is.
2 years from now. I don't think so. Listen to the Marlins game, by the way, here, 6:40 p.m., 104.3 WQAM. Marlins on deck with Steven Strom get started after our show. Your weather in South Florida right now, it is 90 degrees. Tonight, the lows will be in the 80s. That's brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com.
All right, we'll talk with Zach Gelb in the next segment. If you haven't tried Hard Rock Bet app yet, there's no better time to get in the game than right now. I mean, it's win or go home when it comes to the world's biggest soccer tournament. Hard Rock Bet is Florida's only legal way to get in on the action. You sign up with Hard Rock Bet today, place a $5 bet. If it wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets. So download the Hard Rock Bet app right now. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. You bet a player prop before a match, say. Time goes by, the match is in the 60th minute. You're still waiting on that one moment to win your bet, and then your player gets subbed off. You think your bet is over. On Hard Rock Bet, it's not. Your bet stays on thanks to Super Sub. If your player is subbed off, you still win if their replacement fulfills the bet. And you ever bet on a soccer match that ends 0-0? That's a tough watch. That's why on Hard Rock Bet, they've got no goals, no problem. If you bet on a team to win in regulation, the match ends and it's scoreless after 90 minutes plus the stoppage time, you will get a bonus bet back up to $250. So when the goals go missing, your bet doesn't. Just check out No Goals, No Problem on Hard Rock Bet today. And of course, tennis's most prestigious grass court tournament is going on in England. Hard Rock Bet is Florida's way to serve winners all tournament long. So get in on the action right there on the app. It all starts with you downloading the Hard Rock Bet app right now, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
This is Hawk, Crowder, and Solana.
You know who never just kind of mails it in?
Oh,
The Costco guys.